right, gang, welcome to the Sneakerphiles Podcast. I'm your host, Eugene. You can find us online at www.sneakerphiles.com. That's sneaker, P-H-I-L-E-S.com. You can find us on Twitter at Sneakerphiles and on Instagram at Sneakerphiles_podcast. Once again, we are recording live from the Stay Fresh Studios, Canada's premier sneaker consignment store. You can find them at www.stayingfresh.ca. So we've been gone a little while, so let's reintroduce the gang, man. When to my left we got
What's up, guys? It's Pierre.
Lucky Pierre.
Lucky P.
And to his left,
It's Jason. What's up, guys?
hey guys. And to your left we got a special guest. We have a very well-established sneaker blogger, a local talent, and let's just call him, his pen name is Kev Zoo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So Kev,
What's up?
welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Why don't you start off by telling us, like, the elevator pitch of what you do on the internets?
What do we do on the
Internet.
internet? Soulfully Laced, sneaker blog, soulfullylaced.com. Fun time, just more of a reflective piece on what sneakers mean and the actual culture behind sneakers as opposed to the latest release. It's just about the experience of ownership.
Yes. One thing that I find about soulfullylaced.com is that you do a weekly blog, and it's a very nice little nostalgic ride. A lot of the stuff that you talk about and a lot of the sneakers you feature is usually about, like you said, the experience of owning sneakers and like the acquisition process and all that stuff. Not so much like, review pages where they just talk about the aesthetics of a shoe. It's more like, the feels you get from having a sneaker or a particular sneaker that's coming up. You always throw back to that, so that's a very good read. So check it out, www.soulfullylaced.com. And thanks for joining, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so I know we've been gone for a little while, so I apologize for the absence, but we've all got busy stuff going on, and to my left actually was one of the main reasons why we were absent. So I'm going to lay it all on you. So you better have some good stories to tell, Pierre.
Really, it's all
think
on
so.
me.
Not all on you. Maybe like
85%.
Maybe like 3
my
out of the
God.
4 weeks we were away were on you.
Fair enough.
So you want to fill us in on where you've been?
I just got back from a
The
2-week
hospital
trip
with a
to
really bad.
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah,
So
flare-ups.
You should just
Flare-ups,
really,
right? Yeah.
2-week trip to Japan.
Yeah, man.
What was in Japan that piqued your interest?
It was just the curiosity about that culture.
Nice.
Yeah, like my
Like-
girlfriend just wanted to go.
Have you been there before?
No, it was first time.
Culture shock?
Yes.
Or have you been like mentally and like socially kind of prepared for this thing?
No.
Just because of all the... Okay.
No,
Did you
not
do
at
a whole
all.
bunch like a VR Japan trips?
Those
just
are
to kind of
weird.
get into what it's gonna be
No,
like
I
when you
came
travel.
in fresh.
Cold?
Yeah. Nothing. Like a clean sheet of piece of paper or whatever.
Were you like... Were you...
Yep, I'm back.
Yeah.
I like that analogy.
Clean sheet of paper. There you go.
So was
Yeah.
it like... Were you easily identifiable as a tourist when you were there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you have like the backpack and the map and shit like
No,
that?
because I was the only one that wasn't wearing Supreme.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Just
you're
Canadian
like,
flags and
so you're
everything.
like clearly the outsider because of the places that you traveled to. You didn't fit in like fashionably.
Absolutely.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about like their trends and their sneaker and their fashion culture over there and what you saw in Japan?
If I was going to describe the fashion over there, it's first of all, it's on steroids, but it's like a calm steroid. Like,
Slow down, man.
Ooh.
no, it's like everyone dresses nice and they don't care about brand names, but it just works as a piece, like a whole piece.
Do you think we're schlubby here in Vancouver?
I know I am.
comparison?
You know what I realized? I think we're so brand oriented.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now, are you just speaking of like the street culture kind of thing, or are you talking about anybody that is?
You're just
in
talking about the
city?
cats he rolls with in town.
I think so.
The reason why I say that is because you can see
But if
like
you just
just a
took a s-
regular businessman,
Yeah.
and there's no name brand or anything.
Yeah.
You have like H&M that has like really good price points and stuff, and they just make it work.
Yeah.
They just make it work,
That's
and it's
us, you mean?
really clean silhouette.
Okay.
No, Japanese.
Japanese people.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Like-
then here, what would that?
I mean,
They're like, I got money. I'm gonna buy the name brand. Just throw it on, and hopefully it
and
works.
throw as much LV and
Yes.
with like
Yeah.
Levi's jeans and
So obvious branding.
Yes,
You know, like
yeah.
there it's more,
Overcompensating.
there's more like subtle branding. Like it could
Yeah, I
be
feel
a
like
really
it's
nice
a-
piece from a lower end store, or it could be a really high end piece from somewhere else. It just works.
I
and
don't
it
know what
looks-
they're wearing, but
Yeah.
I know that they're dressed really nice.
But it looks, yeah, it comes together.
They come
It looks
correct,
well.
guys.
yeah, man.
It's
It was
almost like how the outfit goes together, right? They have maybe an accent piece that kind of draws your attention in, right? And it's just that one piece, like whether it's a Rolex, an older Rolex, or whether it's the Bape or the Supreme, right? It's just
Right.
one piece that just draws you.
You know
in.
about the 70-20-10 rule, right? It's a rule
No.
of fashion, right?
What's a 70,
It's a
20?
70-20-10, whether it's
10, okay.
interior design or fashion.
Okay.
It's the main rule when it comes to throwing an outfit, right? 70-20-10 is kind of like, let's talk about a suit, right?
Yeah.
Your 70 is the majority of the color of that suit. So whether it's black or it's gray or it's
Okay.
khaki,
Okay.
right?
So
That's
the
the
focal
70,
color.
70%.
Okay.
Right? Your 20% is that white shirt,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then that 10% is that little dash of color.
Okay.
You know, that little whether it's a bow tie that's a different color from the rest, that's checkered, or
I don't wear bow ties. What do I do?
or whether it's like a pocket square,
Okay.
right? That's your
Still
10
not in my
piece.
wheelhouse.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Does it go good with my shorts?
yours is like 80-20, right?
Yeah.
My sweat shorts?
That's basically what I've learned over there. It's predominant is that it's clean, it works well, it's efficient.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like those guys,
They're like hyper focused on like how to dress amongst peers, I guess.
yeah. Like I mean,
That's a cultural thing, though.
Of course it is. I'm
Like
not
very
knocking
much
it.
like
I'm just
no,
saying.
no. I'm just saying for people, it's a very cultural thing, like to represent yourself as like
The
I
thing
don't
is
know,
about
doing
Japanese
well
culture
and
from what I understand is like these people do, you know, like people over here always try and quote unquote say the right things, be like, I bought this just because I like the way it looks. I'm like, yeah, okay, you really like the look of that fucking $1,000 BOGO you just bought. The look is so tremendous. You spent $1,000 on it.
Absolutely.
But Japanese culture, they actually mean it when they say they bought something because they like the way it looks.
Yeah.
They might buy a band T-shirt, not even knowing what the band that they're wearing is.
Yeah.
They just like the logo of the band.
Yep.
And they're like, I just like the look of this, and they bought it without any no shame or whatever, man. They're like, I like the look of this Nirvana fucking happy face.
you're
so I
absolutely
bought
right,
it.
man. They don't care about what
What
brand
it
or what it comes
represents.
with, as
Yeah.
long as it works, as long as
Aesthetically,
they
if it
like
works,
them.
yeah, man.
It doesn't matter
Exactly.
if you spent $10 or $100 on it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They can
It's
make it
super
work.
Cool. Yeah. And one thing about the Japanese culture is their attention to detail.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah.
They'll perfect everything and they'll put a lot of time and effort into it.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of the North Americans are just, you know what? These jeans and this shirt is good enough.
Yeah.
Right? I can go out, no one's really gonna care.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna go to the store.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
their attention to detail is what separates their market from ours.
Absolutely.
Like you go to like Daiso, and like you get
Yeah.
something that seems way more valuable than when you go to like a dollar store. You know what I
Crazy
mean?
over there, man.
And like only in Japan where you can go buy a pack of like gummy bears and each individual bear is fucking wrapped. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Only in Japan can you find stuff like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Presentation is very important over there. I understand. So, what else did you see when you were in?
You know,
in
I learned a lot about the fashion and how you know, brands like Supreme got big because of Japanese culture.
Because they skate a lot.
No, it's because back in the day, and I think you know this, is that Supreme wasn't really big.
Amongst like a very
That's-
select subculture, they were big.
You have the skaters.
yeah,
Right?
that's what it was.
Legit,
It's
yeah.
a skate brand.
But
that's
what
where
would
it started.
But what would do, and we see stores, and I mean, we see documentaries where like Japanese people would go to New York, and they would bring pieces or shoes or
Yeah.
or clothing,
Yeah.
and bring it back to Asia.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get it there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how Atmos started.
And then next thing
Came
you know,
here
it's
and then-
blowing up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
it's the same thing with us, though. Oh, well, vintage, too, as well, is big.
they're
right?
very huge into
Right, so
vintage.
buying
or like,
stuff here and taking it there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I think for the longest time, like, Levi's was not a brand of jeans that was, like, globally sold.
Mhm.
You know, so I remember not necessarily globally sold, but not readily available, like in the same sort of variety that you would have in North America. So I remember when
Right.
I was a kid, my cousins would come from Germany and they'd be like, "Oh, Levi's," and like certain brands that just they didn't have, and they just haven't
Wait, you're
in
German?
the quantity and stuff. My dad is, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Explains a lot.
yeah, it does.
No, just kidding. I don't even know what that meant really. Anyway, so like we're talking about like regionally specific products
Yeah.
that all these Easterners or whatever you want to call it, Japanese people, they would take back and kind of popularize locally, I guess. And like Supreme just happens to be one of these trends.
Yeah, dude. And they have 4 freaking Supreme stores over there. What's up with that?
Yeah. I know,
What cities are they in?
Osaka, Shibuya. So there's 2 in Tokyo.
Okay, yeah.
1 in Shibuya, 1 in Harajuku, 1 in Shinjuku, and Osaka.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And
so
I went to every one.
yeah, like
You
you
are
said
insane.
before the pod, like it was a pilgrimage.
It
to
was a
visit all the
pilgrimage. I took
Supremes.
pictures on everything, and I actually lined up for 2 release days.
Okay,
And what were they?
it
were
was-
They
I
What was
releasing?
the hot item for the release dates?
Okay, the first week, it wasn't that nice because it was the bezel Supreme and the Zippo restock. It wasn't that nice, but I was there. I was just going to buy a camp hat. 1 camp hat turned into 2 long sleeves and 3 camp hats and $600.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
expensive over there.
What was your
an
shopping experience
experience.
kind of like when you were at these Supreme stores? Were they all very much similar, all 4 stores?
I was underdressed, first of all.
Come on now, what does that
Didn't
mean?
have your
Well,
suit.
because
You didn't even wear anything, just
no,
underwear and
I
socks.
mean, like everyone was dressed hype, dude. Like nice hype too. Like
Well, they're there to impress each other. So.
no, not at all. Like they were just there because
That's just them.
that's just them.
Right
Like
on.
and it's so easy to get. Not gonna lie. Like I lined up for an hour and a half and I was able to cop whatever I wanted.
Right.
And there's other stuff. Like I went the next day and there was still accessories available.
Shit.
Yeah, the
Hour and a half,
Oh, you know
right?
what?
Nice.
That week was the samurai pocket knife.
Did you get one?
No, I couldn't. I'm scared. I was scared to bring it back, but
I
I
can think
did.
of some ways.
But week 2 was dope. I mean,
What'd
the
you
next
get?
week was the next week. Oh, I went off.
Oh shit.
My girlfriend and I actually outfitted. My girlfriend's a Supreme girl now. That's for
Nice.
sure.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dude. So
What'd
this,
you do?
That week was the Spitfire release.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
2 hoodies,
Yeah.
2 shirts,
Oh my god.
2 camp hats,
Oh my god.
and then an axe.
Wait a
axe.
minute.
It's
a
a camp.
Supreme axe. I
You were
had
worried
axe.
about a little knife,
Yeah.
but you
bought
were
the
okay with
axe.
buying a fucking
Yeah.
axe.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what? I researched it, and I was able to carry in my luggage any weapon or any samurai sword or whatever, as long as it's not.
It's checked.
Yeah.
Checked
Yeah.
in that you identify that you have it.
Yep.
I think.
And I did that. I just wanted
Not
to
that
make
you're
sure.
like,
and
well, I
stuff.
got in there.
Yeah.
Did you pack your bag, sir? Yeah.
Yeah, there's an axe.
Yeah, yeah.
There's an axe over
There's
there.
an axe in there. And I'm like, oh, I
But
don't
the
know,
reason
got
why I
in
wanted to
there.
get the axe is because I just had a boner for shoulder bags, Supreme shoulder bags.
Wait.
And how does those two things go together?
No, don't tell us. Don't tell. Let's just try and think of this. Kev, why do
Axe
you
and
why do you
boner
think
shit.
he got an axe because he likes shoulder bags? Why?
I don't know.
Because I was
I
gonna
Keep
don't know.
motherfuckers away.
No, because I'm gonna trade
No?
it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you bought a bag that's
I
gonna
figured.
be.
I figured.
which one did you
with
wanna
my
keep?
knowledge I didn't want to keep the.
Oh, you
want
want to? It's trade bait for
It's
a
trade
shoulder
bait,
bag.
definitely.
I want a hip
Because-
bag. Really?
Are you gonna
actually.
get one of those like man purse things?
Already did.
Oh,
Good for you,
fuck.
man. Oh,
My
come on.
I traded my
Good for
axe.
you, I guess.
What? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Dude, come on, man. Like in the
Dude.
summer when you don't have any pockets,
Thank you.
that shoulder bag comes.
Who the fuck
You're not being
wears pants
sarcastic,
without
right?
pockets?
You have 2
Okay,
pockets.
can I
on,
say
on-
something?
on the best of days, you have 4 because of the back pockets.
Can I say something though? The jeans
say
that we
whatever
wear
you
right
want.
now are
Yeah.
very, very tight.
Oh, I gave up on jeans just because they're too tight.
Well,
I just
the
wear
jeans that
shorts
I
all
wear are
day.
Just
tight.
jogging pants.
And they're like the minimal jeans I have are super tight.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't like wearing
So what are you carrying with you that needs to go into a shoulder
my
bag?
phone,
Fucking
my
axe.
keys, my
on.
my wallet,
Yeah.
my sunglasses.
Sunglasses
Dude,
go on your face.
But now I can get more stuff.
Bottle
I can carry
of water.
more stuff. No, I
another
don't need that
knife,
stuff.
matches.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've
Joints,
been
like-
thinking really hard, like
You
if I should
should.
get a shoulder bag.
I think you should.
I can pull it off.
SS18 though, so you have the Supreme thing on the.
I
On
got it. I got the hook.
I know you do. No, but I went to Stay Fresh and they don't have the SS18 Supreme bags yet.
Yeah,
Well, what were you doing? You should have brought some back with you.
What?
yeah, man. No, he's
What?
wearing his now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
A
traded
whole bunch of them.
I traded from with Hype Soul actually.
All right, man. Let's.
Oh,
let,
you got
let,
rid of the axe already.
Let's take a vote. Let's take a
Ah,
vote
gotcha.
between the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think of this man shoulder bag movement? Are we in it
Oh, sick.
or not for it?
I'm in it.
I'm too old for it.
Wait.
I
It's
will-
not
You're never
about-
too
It's
old
not
for
about
it.
age.
You know what it is?
A little bit.
It's
I
about
said-
your.
I-
It's
I-
about your masculine security.
Jay-
No, it's not about like my insecurity or security of like who I am. I just don't think it goes with what I.
Oh, you've been
Jason,
missing
I
out.
think if you can, honestly, it's about the outfit that you pull, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
I
think you
understand
can.
that.
I think you're well. I think I've
just
seen
don't
you
think
in
I
outfits.
want. I just don't think I want to.
Then you don't need
we
to,
have a
right?
tiebreaker
That's-
right here, Kev. What do you think of the shoulder bag movement?
I mean, it's been a movement for a while. It's just not a movement I've been a part of. It's just not for me. But I mean, for anybody who likes it,
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
low. All right,
I
there
don't.
you
I'm not
go.
gonna. I shouldn't slag on it. I'm
I
sorry.
think
not
I
but
think
slagging
I
on
think
it.
it's
the
just
man
not my
I think the
thing.
man purse is like the baby wipes of fashion. Like we can all live without it,
Dude,
but you
it's-
don't know what you've been missing. Until
Well,
you've
okay.
tried
So
it.
here's the thing: are you talking about the little tiny baby one that looks like an 8-year-old girl's purse, or are we talking
let's not put
about?
labels on this.
Are we talking about the one that's more like an actual giant?
It's not a giant.
a
The
first-
fanny pack.
The first one, dude,
Like,
a fanny
where
pack that
is-
goes across your your
chest?
Your body's weird, in my opinion. I'd rather
yeah, but that's
have
what
the
that.
small
That's so you
I-
have a tiny little baby one.
one. Why do you have to call it so feminine? Like
I didn't say is
it's
it
a
baby
smaller
is,
bag.
Is baby feminine?
No, you
is
said
the
baby
word
girl.
baby.
well,
I said at first I said a girl's
a woman
purse,
will
but
carry
then I
a
just
baby.
said a little baby
Here we
bag.
go.
A woman will carry a baby. So am I carrying a baby?
I
No,
didn't say it was feminine.
it's a
though.
smaller bag.
Okay,
There you go.
fine. So you're gonna fit all those things in that little baby bag?
Wow, dude.
Did you try it out already?
Here's I
Yeah,
got my,
dude.
got my glasses, my
Right.
keys, my
Just
tampons.
crammed in
So
there.
It's all in there.
So we know our
Ready
friend
to
Den-
burst at the seams.
we know our friend Dennis, right? So
I know Dennis.
I went to
Hi,
meet him
Dennis.
at his shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to your shop. And I dressed for it. I dressed for the trade that was about to happen.
Oh, I thought
Did you
were
had like
wearing
a
like an
face
apron
mask
and
on, and you fucking had
Oh, dude.
like, did you have all of that?
No, man. Dude, I'm telling you, I just got from Japan. That means
Yeah.
it's subtle now. It's subtle.
Oh,
Wait,
I
wait,
thought you were
wait.
gonna go
So
hype,
subtle?
like over the top.
No,
I thought that's
dude.
what you were dressing
And
for.
even Dennis was like, dude, what you're wearing now kills it. Straight up.
did
What a
you
nice
take it?
guy.
No.
Did you do an outfit grid and post it on
No,
IG?
see, I don't do that though.
Why not?
Because
I don't know.
should I be like? Is that cool? Is
That's so
You should just
cool,
call it Pierre's
Pierre.
Picks.
Peace pics.
see when
Peas
you know
pics.
you know those pictures in Instagram where they would lay out their
Yeah,
outfit.
outfit grid.
No, you have to be wearing it, bitch.
No, but there's outfit grids and there's fit pics, right?
I want a fit
Yeah.
pic all day.
I don't know if I can pull that off. Like I don't know if I can pull that off, guys. Like I
What?
just-
Your girlfriend does the whole thing with the Cocoa Bups.
Yeah, man, she's an
Yeah.
Instagram
Shouldn't be hard to get a good
master.
photo.
yeah, that's
Just
true.
get a couple
Right.
of lit photos of your fit pics.
Didn't
fit
she?
of the
Didn't
week.
she do all your photos apparently for when you guys did your shoe off thing with the?
Yeah, see, I didn't even want to. I was so shy in those pictures that I didn't want to be the focal point. That I
So he brought his dog along.
exactly. That's
Let your Supreme products be the
Focal
the
point.
focal point.
Oh, don't worry. I got Supreme for days. It's all good.
Just wear a face mask, a welder's mask.
By the way-
dude, that's what needs to come out next. I
The
think.
welder's mask?
Did they ever make one?
Oh, not
pretty
yet.
sure it's gonna come
All the
soon.
customers out there are
Pretty
already
sure it's
fucking
gonna
getting
come
their paint
soon.
cans ready.
Anyway, so you were saying, P?
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Welder's paint. Is that what
Dude, that's next, guaranteed. Gonna call it.
Welder's
By
mask.
the time this time next year, there'll be a welder's mask out.
I wouldn't be surprised. They had like the last week was like a breathalyzer.
I wanted that
Sweet.
so bad.
Really?
I wanted it to.
just to test it out.
I just wanted to like do a video review with SF Boss and see how effective that is.
Oh yeah. That'd be
Oh,
good.
let me tell you a quick story. One time I went out to watch a UFC fight at like some like dive place,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was like a really shitty place. Like at the end, like I felt some like fucking tangible racism going on, so I like fucking got the f out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't need this in my life. And then in the parking lot, the sun is still out and shit. I see 3 kids, okay, trying to blow into the breathalyzer to start their car, and all I hear in the background is like "fuck," because they couldn't start their car.
So that means one of the guys had a
Jesus.
DUI
Of
already.
course.
Yeah, because
So they're all drunk. And
Like,
no one
none
can
of them
drive.
could fake it, man.
That's so
like
bad.
they don't think
Wow.
ahead. These kids.
That's so bad. That's
No.
crazy.
That's why they need a pocket breathalyzer.
They
bro.
should just pay someone on the street to come by and like.
I'm
hey,
not putting
can I
my
borrow your-
mouth on their dirty mouthpiece.
Hey,
Get it.
I didn't
That's
say
what
friends
you.
are. Mean,
That's
no.
what
I just
friends
said
are for.
some
You should have.
rando.
You
I would have
should
done it for a 10 note.
You should have volunteered. Yep, 10 note. That's for sure. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways, Kev,
Supreme for
how do you
days.
feel about this Supreme movement?
You know what? like props to the people that like Supreme. I've never been into it.
I need one blog at least
Yeah.
about the Supreme movement.
Yeah.
And your take on it.
Yeah.
Not so much what you know, but your take on it.
I'll model for you.
Yeah, thanks. I've seen
Straight.
Supreme since
94.
No, not late 90s in Japan.
Right.
And that's like Stussy was big as well too.
Stussy's still big over
Still
there.
big. Levi's, the made in the USA denim. But
I got that shit all day.
But for me, it's never been appealing to me. Like I don't skate. I don't feel that connection in that way.
Pierre's like a pro skater.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't know you skated. That's cool.
Why you putting me on blast here,
Hold
man?
my purse while I kickflip.
It's not a purse.
It's full of Band-Aids.
It's a
for
shoulder
your-
bag.
It's a med kit.
It's a shoulder
when you
bag.
wipe out on your skates.
It's a shoulder bag. Come on, guys.
No, it reminds me of the days when remember Vision, Airwalk, all
Yes.
those
Yeah,
real street
yeah.
brands.
Oh,
and-
Airwalk. I
and
love Airwalk.
Real street brands.
I loved Airwalk until my mom bought me a pair from Zellers.
Yeah,
like,
and,
Fuck Airwalks.
and Vans as well too. When that stuff first dropped, it was like if you're not skating and you're wearing that stuff, you know that you're in
Was
the
that a
poser
faux
zone.
pas?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
in the
man.
poser zone for sure. And then it just blew up, and I guess it just became acceptable for
Hey, I'm
everyone.
36. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
You've earned it, bro.
And you,
Yeah,
and you
dude.
honestly, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But
I was
for
pretty
just
good
me-
at Tony
yeah.
Hawk.
Yeah, me too.
So there we go.
Me too.
Dude, can you imagine if like the new Tony Hawk game like
Had Supreme stuff?
Supreme shit in it?
It's
I'd
going
buy-
that way. Just give it time.
Well, Tony Hawk has
Give
his
it
own
time.
brand, but
It
like
will.
but whatever the case, like
It will.
can you imagine like if like some skate or BMX game they included Supreme stuff in it? Don't you think that will sell a few
But don't you
more
think
copies?
like 2K's got like? Doesn't 2K have like Bape and other stuff into it?
Maybe.
But they do have Supreme.
As soon
Well,
as
that's probably the next step.
Hey,
If,
you know
if
what?
Supreme will even like do that,
Even
right?
if NHL offered like Supreme uniforms, I might get into that.
do we know
I think
someone
that's a
that can
hard
try
sell.
and put that in?
Hopefully.
Unlockable?
Hopefully, if there's someone out there.
Kev, do you play a lot of video games? Any video games?
I haven't played video games like seriously since I was a kid, so it's probably
okay.
cut out
I'll
after
just,
Street Fighter 2.
I'm just gonna throw this out here, okay? So NHL comes out, okay?
Yeah.
We all love the NHL franchise
Yes.
on EA Sports. Is it still EA Sports or just EA?
It's EA Sports.
Okay, EA Sports.
Yeah, it's in the game.
Awesome franchise. NHL. I'm gonna get my next NHL 19. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so they come out and the game comes out however it is, okay, and it's excellent and all this stuff. But we want to step it up. You can pay a little bit extra, and you can buy like a fucking stick that'll up your stats or whatever.
Oh, dude.
But for no stat upgrade, you pay like $10. It's a premium item, okay? $10, you can get a Supreme branded fucking jersey. Would you pay that
I actually
$10?
might do that.
Exactly, man.
There's people that would.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure. Yeah.
Exactly. All it is like, if you had to guess, Jason, to
Yeah.
implement like a graphical kind of loot box. I don't know. We don't use that word anymore. A graphical kind of a premium that you can buy after the game's launch.
Yeah.
How long would that take to like make and publish, throw out there on the market?
I mean, to create the artwork and stuff wouldn't take very long at all.
So
Yeah,
like,
the
let's just say
scans.
it takes practically no time and
A
very
day.
little resources.
If you're doing it in the
But if you can
day.
sell like bunch of these packages on the marketplace,
Yeah.
like that's a no-brainer, man.
Dude,
do you think that will sell though?
I
Of
think
a
it
Supreme
would.
package?
I don't think you even need to ask that much, right? Like, seriously, go on
Hey,
quantity.
Supreme.
It's like $1 or something like that. Like you. Just
I'd go nuts and,
Yeah.
and charge $10.
My question is, like, I don't know anything about Supreme and the history behind it, but why am I so immersed in it now?
Cause man,
is it hype?
you
Like-
can't hide from it, man. Like look at our studio right now. We're literally being engulfed by Supreme right now.
Yeah, but I like it, and I don't know why. It's
part
cool.
Well, I think it's also media. Like you're surrounded
You're just
through
genetically
Twitter,
predisposed to like.
IG. You're also like any of the sneaker blogs will always reference it.
Yeah.
It's now also becoming more in line with high fashion. Like it just, I don't know. It just kind of
You can't
you're
avoid it.
inundated with it. You
Yeah,
can't
man.
really avoid it. It becomes more
But then again-
relevant in pop culture.
Another thing too, like as you guys know, all the listeners know, I'm pretty general release. Like I'm like
Wait.
I'm like the average dude. Like
No, you're not.
I am like
You stepped it up big time.
no, but like hype wise, I get really into like hype. We've all talked about this. Like
I think between all of us, you're probably on the upper end of liking the hype beast shit. Whether or not you get them,
You
that's
just
a separate
spent
thing.
like however many hundreds of dollars at the Supreme store.
Yeah.
So I would say you're
If I was gonna
Pretty
say,
fucking
if I was
hypey.
gonna do one mistake that I made on this trip is that I focused more on North American brand, which is Supreme.
Yeah.
You didn't
Instead-
shop local.
I did
Yes.
shop, but all
Could
my
go, like,
money,
Fragment or
all my money was spent on Supreme. To be honest with you, but I did cop a neighborhood piece.
Yeah.
I copped my first Bape piece, which I was thinking about you the whole time.
Thanks.
I copped. What else did I get? Undefeated limited edition, like Osaka shirt. It was crazy. Like,
Okay.
but not
But
as
Undefeated is a American brand.
much. Not if
but a
it's
Japanese release, American.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you're looking more for like an original
double
kind
taps.
of like, yeah,
Dude, oh man, I spent a bunch of money on a double tap
Yeah.
hoodie, but it's more expensive if I go from like Haven. But I think Haven's gonna have another customer on me because I do like the neighborhood and the
Good for you.
double
Man.
tap.
You're expanding your horizon.
Oh, yeah,
on
man.
brand awareness.
It's crazy over there. It's so crazy. It's
But keeping in theme with this podcast, what
Yep.
was the sneaker scene over in Japan like?
overpriced.
No, not just the price, but like what trends did you see? What were people wearing? The same shit we do?
No,
Did you see like too many Yeezys over there like we do over
yeah,
here?
there's a lot. But you know what? It was brought mostly by the Chinese culture. So what I learned about Japan is that they just recently opened up their borders to tourists. Before they never really did a lot of tourists.
What are you
to
talking
come
about?
In. No, that's what I heard. Like a local that we partied with, they said that they just opened it up a lot more recently.
Okay.
So like people in Asia, Taiwan, Thailand, it's
All
easier
Asia,
for
I
them to
guess.
come there now, right? And they would
What does that
bring.
mean? Was it hard for them to get there before?
That's what they said.
How's this work, Kev?
I don't know. I mean,
I think Pierre's
I've seen
local friend just pissed. Like,
No, I'm
I've seen
serious.
a lot of different ethnicities in Japan,
Yeah.
especially in places like Harajuku. They have like basically people from all over the world hanging out there. So I don't know. Maybe it's different for certain areas. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
an
just the
expert
place
in
you were
Japan.
chilling at.
Well, we'll talk about this later then. But from what I know is that like all the people that I noticed that's wearing like the off-whites and like the Jordan collabs and all that stuff, and Yeezys,
They
were
weren't
mostly
locals?
Chinese. No, they were.
Okay.
They're not.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
So it's just like other cultures kind of importing their taste.
What
into
they had
Japan.
there was a lot was Adidas
Well, Adidas has been hot overseas for a while.
Yeah.
It's just over here.
and the Air Maxes and the
Air Maxes
Air
has
Max,
never
yeah.
died
Yeah,
over there,
yeah.
man. Air
Max
like that's
1.
that's one of the things that I cherish about that culture. It's just like they love Air Maxes just because it's a dope shoe, not because it's hot for the moment. And I think that's the big difference between the Japanese culture and North American culture. Is like they just find things dope and then they wear it. Doesn't matter if it's worth a lot, if it's hypey at the moment. If they like it, they'll just wear it, man.
Yeah, man.
Whereas a lot of people over here, I see this trend time after time. They just buy everything like super expensive and super hypey at the time, and then after the hype's over, it sits in the closet for the next 10 years, man. And that's
or
one
until
of the,
they've taken photos for
And
their
then-
Instagram
yeah.
and,
And
they're
then sell
like,
it.
yeah, and then sell it,
yeah, man.
get rid of it.
That's
See,
the
that-
rule, man. Once you have it
Yeah.
on Instagram, you own it forever.
See, that's
Pretty much.
that's the one thing is that
Technically.
when I purchased all that Supreme stuff, like at first I felt guilty, like, hey, you know what? I spent a lot of money and I don't really need this. So I was thinking about reselling it back home, right? But I was like, you know what?
Someone else that doesn't need it.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, you know what? I actually like this stuff, and I have the money to pay for it, right? Other people, they'll just like get it and resell it right away, right? So
That
I
wasn't your intention.
no, not at all.
Everything was a keeper when you bought it.
Absolutely, because I was in the line looking at the stuff that I want to get, and
on
the
eBay.
fact, dude, it's funny story. The second week, I was my girlfriend and I lined up at this place because we thought it was. We went to the GPS, saw that there was a line there for something. Thought it was Supreme because there was a Supreme sign,
Okay.
but it was one of those curtains that like had the beads on it.
Fakey store.
No,
Was it?
No, what it was, it
resale
was
store?
the Billies, and people were lining up for
What's a
that
Billies?
black and it's a shoe store,
Okay.
and they were lining up for an Air Max Uptempo, the black and the white ones,
Okay.
35 deep for like an Air Max Uptempo.
Okay.
Okay, we realized that it's not the Supreme line,
Fuck this.
and we lined up like an hour. Damn. Right? The other lineup for Supreme was on the other side.
You chump.
Where the store was.
Dude.
But he saw Supreme bead curtains.
So I was like, oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Like, we just wasted like an hour and a half, 2 hours on the lineup for the wrong line.
Did you get those Air Max?
I actually, we were like 19 out of like 35.
You
And
sure sold your spot.
I just gave it. we just gave the cards to the other person. And,
Oh, good for you, man.
It's nothing. But long story short, I still ended up getting what I wanted, even though I lined up 2 hours in the Supreme line,
the wrong line.
the right line now.
Oh, okay.
So I went back. So even though like I'm already 2 hours behind the opening, I still got what I wanted.
Okay.
There was
they had a lot of stuff.
There was a
Okay.
lot of stuff.
Okay. Well, that's what happens when you have 4 stores throughout the whole country, man. It's a little bit widespread.
Yeah.
Bigger
and-
population. Do you think they stock more stuff?
The retail's high, man. So like the
Or just the price of
they're
it?
kind of pre-killing
It's
the
pretty
resale market.
expensive.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
So it's
So
not
the-
like in LA and New York where people line up and they pay for spots. Allegedly,
Yeah.
they pay for spots and fucking like
Yeah.
VIPs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Those guys have money to make. But like if you're lining up to buy the stuff at Japanese retail, the resale is already gone. You're just
Yeah.
buying it because you love the shit.
It's double it right away.
Yeah.
It's double right
Yeah.
away.
And that's just what they charge. Man.
Yeah, that
It's not-
Supreme X was like $150, and it was
I
what
bet it'd be so
75
sharp.
USD. Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's how it works over there. I kind of try and warn you that the retail's dumb.
and you did, and then remember
But
we
you
were
did the
looking for
math.
like contacts and stuff
Yeah.
there, and there's like if you're a reseller, there's not a lot of room to make,
That's fine.
right? Unless you're
That means
selling
the
like
right
a BOGO.
that means like the right people are getting most of these items.
Absolutely,
So good for that.
yeah.
Alright,
It was good. It was a good trip.
What's the high besides the Supreme shit? What was the highlight of this trip?
The food.
All right, man.
Food was sick. Oh, and you know what? I went to Nara, where there was it's a temple. It's an area where there's a
Is that the
sacred
princess
temple.
from Lion King?
No, that's Nala.
Oh, sorry, man.
But Nara's famous for these deers just roaming around
Oh, and trying to
yeah.
eat your food
the
and shit.
shrines in the
I saw your
temple
pictures. Yeah.
and bowing to you.
What?
Yeah,
They're so polite and so respectful.
they were considered as a sacred animal
Deers?
back in the day, so no one touched them, and they've learned to coexist with human beings to the point where then how Japanese people would bow to them, they end up bowing themselves.
Did you
That's
see this
cool.
happen?
Yeah, dude,
Oh, I don't know.
it's crazy.
All
It was
right,
like
all
the best thing ever. So that was probably it.
That was your
so
highlight.
bowing deers was your highlight.
Yeah.
And copping Supreme.
All right.
and Babe.
And
Babe too, man.
Oh, you got Babe?
Babe's
Yeah.
a dime a dozen here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Any shorts?
Shorts?
Did you get tiger?
No,
Babe shorts?
Tiger camo
I-
shorts.
A crew neck.
Oh.
What
Dude,
the
it was like
fuck?
expensive though.
Oh, their retail's
But
ridiculous.
compared to here though, I was looking online. Compared to here, it was like $150 more here. So it was cheaper there. What I figured out was that it's cheaper for stuff that were made there to buy it there. Like anything that was
Wow!
Simple economics.
Damn!
what? Well, hey, it took
There's
me
i-
it took me the third day, but
It's cheaper for us to get Pacific salmon here than Atlantic.
so like stuff like Jordans
Maple
and,
syrup
and all
is
that stuff were more
cheaper back
expensive
home.
there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But what was the sneaker shit like, man? What were people wearing?
A lot of
Damn.
Air Maxes, dude. A lot of Air Maxes. Not
Oh,
a lot
respect.
of not a lot of Yeezys, just because
Not as many Yeezys.
it's expensive. Like okay,
It's expensive here.
a consignment store.
Yeah?
Went there and there's a bunch. Tinker threes. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the resale market right now for Tinker trees?
Let's just say 4 to 5.
Okay, 700 over there,
They're a consignment store, man. You know how expensive rent is over there?
but double
Yeah.
what we have.
Come on, man. Look at Flight Club. Look at Stay Fresh. They charge a premium.
Is it more? I think
Maybe-
it's
maybe
more
not
there. Stay
700
Fresh is
though.
way better in price in
Well,
my
we have
opinion.
way more pairs than they do, man. Supply and demand, bro.
that's
Economics again.
You're getting schooled in the economics realm today.
Yeah, for sure.
Take your purse and go home.
Maybe you should put a calculator in there.
My girlfriend was my calculator. So I was like, hey, how much is this? Right away.
Oh,
Like,
she was the conversion lady?
yeah, she was the conversion lady.
Change her name to
Yeah.
Siri.
And then next thing you know, like after Supreme shopping spree, it's like, do you know how much we just spend on that store?
Well, our balance says 0.
The credit card says this, and
Yeah.
so you owe
Yikes.
that much.
So
but
how was the damage on your credit card after this trip? Are you bleeding from the eyeballs?
No, like I had money for it. So and, yeah, dude. And
okay.
I'm more bleeding of the renovation that's going on at my house right now.
Uh-oh.
Bleeding from the bum.
Yeah, dude.
It'll happen.
Dude, my house is like I haven't even packed. I got stuff for you guys, by the way,
Thanks, bro.
but
Why
I
didn't you bring
haven't
it?
packed it yet because my freaking place
Is
is
a
a
mess?
it's a construction zone.
Uh-oh.
I'm not showering at my place.
Did you hide all your
Going to the
your
Y?
Supreme
shoes?
goods,
Yeah.
shoes, and all that,
Damn.
all the stuff
I
that might
did.
be.
I'm getting my new wardrobe, so
Oh, look at
a
you.
little bit
He's
of-
clearing the closet right now, man.
Yeah, we did the whole like
Dude.
we did the whole 2 weeks, and then they do the renovation, so it's easier a little bit.
Yep.
But no.
So you're homeless? Are you still living in this place?
Oh, I am living in it.
Damn.
I don't know
It's like
how
stepping
I'm
on
doing
nails
it.
and shit.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing
Alright,
it.
man.
It's
Good luck to
so
you.
dirty and stuff like that.
And your
for me.
construction.
How long is your construction going on for?
It's been 2.5
What's the
weeks now.
projected delivery date?
I talked to the contractor today and said 2 weeks.
So it'll be done in 6.
But I
Yeah, triple
So,
everything.
That's what I
All
figured.
right, man. So good luck, man.
So another trip.
See you in September.
I want to go on another trip then. Fuck this place.
All right, man. Let's get to some of the stuff that's happened recently.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man.
There's so much stuff.
Do you have anything in mind,
There's-
or can I just start bringing shit up?
LeBron.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about the stupid NBA for a minute? Just like a quick minute, man, because like everything that we want to talk about has been said already. But my favorite part about the NBA free agency so far
Yeah.
has been the memes.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Have you seen
The
like
Monstars.
everyone allegedly
Yeah.
has been going to the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah.
Like Thanos
Yeah.
went there.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's gone there.
That's a good one.
So I've seen a lot of things.
Super
So what do you?
funny.
First of all, what do you think about LeBron going to LA?
What?
Is
know
it a
what?
money
I don't know.
move?
Going
That's
back to
not-
Cleveland was like, I'm coming home. This is where I grew up.
They're burning
I'm
jerseys
back,
again.
people.
But did you really think he was gonna stay there forever?
I don't know. I
I-
just thought
do
that
you
it
think he
was
just-
gonna. How many seasons has he been back? 3?
4.
4.
Yeah.
And he
maybe
ha-
3. Maybe 3. He had an option
Three-
for a 4th one. So
3. So and he hasn't won in that 3, right?
he was 1-1.
No, he was one.
Well, then
yeah.
what the fuck is he complaining about? Seriously, like you
doesn't
can't win
think he-
every year.
But he's you
Tell
remember
Golden State that.
but remember he's chasing someone.
Well,
right?
huh?
He was chasing someone. He wants to be the best. There is the best there was, and the best
I
there
know.
will be.
Okay, so like, how does
I don't know
changing
how-
teams
yeah,
make
I don't
that
know.
more applicable?
How does that
So I
change
thought-
stuff?
What do you mean?
I thought LeBron was gonna stay on the East if he was gonna chase championships. So some of the other options, join the 76ers, or
Yeah.
even this crazy option is just to join the Raptors because they have a pretty decent team minus
Yeah.
a star.
Wait. Pretty
That
decent.
would've been
Okay.
dope.
Well, no,
I'll
they're,
give you
they're a
that.
good
They
team.
were
It's
first
just-
in the East.
They
so
were a really good team, but they couldn't take down LeBron, right? He was like a one-man wrecking
They
crew out
pooped
there.
the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, like, so I thought, well, if he win a championship, he'll be in the East. But I think this move is more about being a global player and being in Cleveland. He's maxed out in terms of what he can actually do there, bringing attention and notoriety to Cleveland. It's kind of done.
Yeah.
Right.
Another thing too.
But in LA,
But does LA need to have
No,
more
but
notoriety and
LA
more
is-
focus? They've
is-
had.
yeah, it's like bringing the NBA to another level. So it's bringing it back to the whole, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, that kind of mystique and that kind of energy again, and bringing that back. I think LA has a huge market for basketball, more so than
for sure.
than Cleveland does.
the one
So it's
thing-
about the market, not so about competitiveness.
Well, and also when he's done this contract, his son is going to be close to NBA playing age. So there's that hope of just playing together as well too.
Whoa.
Whoa, he's gonna
Just
Gordie Howe
nuts.
that shit.
It's crazy if that
The bigger
happens.
question is are they going to kick fucking
No, he's staying.
Zoe out?
He's staying. He's gonna be the
They'll
one
let
that
him play with him for a little bit. He's like the Hawkeye of this shit.
Well, he's the one that's probably gonna give him the ball, right? But they just signed
Wait,
Lance
what? Huh?
Stevenson.
Stop.
Ball's given the ball.
What's
to
going on?
LeBron.
Lonzo
Yeah.
is
Rondo too.
is
Oh, yeah,
a
Rondo's there,
proven
eh?
point
Yeah.
guard, right? He doesn't shoot the ball. He just gives.
Who's a
dimes.
proven point guard?
Lonzo.
Okay.
I don't know how proven he is.
No, like-
just let him run with it.
He's a
Just go.
he's a
He's proven himself
Stats-
that
He's proven he got to the
on,
NBA.
on the stat sheet. He's a point guard. Okay, I
stats
get
wise.
it.
He's actually. You guys are idiots. He's just gonna give it. He can't shoot, so he's gonna give the ball to.
You can't really
Or-
say that he's proven
or
himself for a
is-
point guard that can't shoot.
Is Lonzo gonna be like, I gotta
point-
impress this motherfucker and start just taking crazy
What I
shots?
meant by that is that he's a proven point guard, meaning that he's not the first option. He's always gonna be that pass first point guard.
Yeah.
right?
Sure. Yeah.
So he doesn't need to have the ball all the
It's
time.
the lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have what? They just signed Lance Stevenson, they signed Rondo, and they signed JaVale McGee, right? So those guys are all good. Like, that's a good. But the one
Are
thing
they
that they're.
championship good?
Wait till Kawhi signs.
Oh, we don't
Do you
know
think
what's
do you think he's going to?
I'm sure he will.
He
Yeah.
might be
Yeah.
damaged goods though, right? He hasn't played for a really long
Well,
time. So
or you can say the same thing as he's got a lot of rest.
yeah.
Right?
Fair enough.
Right? If that happens, I think they're. I mean, but then Golden State has a crazy team.
Okay,
man.
now that we've done LA's chances, do they have a chance in winning the
Of
championship?
course, every time you have LeBron, there's always a chance.
Okay, so
Every
let's
time.
move
I
on to
like
Golden
that. I
State.
like that sense of.
He's a
Dude,
he's
he's
positive
been in
Pierre.
I know. I'm
he's
just like
been in the
anywhere he
finals.
goes, it's
Yeah.
like
It's a s-
that he's a major part of it,
Yeah.
is whether people want to believe that or not.
Well, can I go back? Like, the main critique that I have with LeBron signing in LA, I know it. I get it. Like, he has an entertainment company, and LA is the best way to make that happen. But if you're gonna be the greatest, like, Kobe's there, and really, are you like gonna bump down Kobe? Like, Kobe. When I think of Kobe, I think Magic, Bill Russell, Kobe, and Shaq, and
For
Wilt
what?
Chamberlain.
Oh.
For, like, greatest, right? Why don't you make your own legacy in a different place?
Yeah, well, LA
Kareem,
had,
sorry,
yeah,
Kareem.
Kareem, yeah, and
white guy?
Magic Johnson,
Magic, yeah, right.
I mean-
so, like, but then again, you're right. Like, I mean,
James Worthy,
LA has attracted all these superstars,
yeah.
right?
But I mean, is that the place that you go?
Well,
I don't
the
know. There was
business
lots
is
of
there,
yeah.
right.
I don't know what other advantage going to LA has,
It's definitely
other
gonna be,
than money. Maybe someone else couldn't pay the money
Come on, who would have paid?
or
that?
want to pay the money for that, right?
It was
I mean, just-
between Philly and LA
Yeah?
at the end, I think.
I think it's a little bit
Hmm.
refreshing how unspectacular the announcement of him moving to LA was.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I was following Sean Witherspoon and all this kind of stuff, and he's got some friends that own this brand called China.
Oh, Chinatown Market.
Yes, Chinatown Market, and they ended up getting sued
Yeah.
for like $50,000 because they somehow spilled the beans on where he was going or potentially going, something along those
Oh, wow.
lines. With
Jesus.
Really?
if you look through their Instagram, anyway, they were
Oh, wow.
talking about it, and
Okay.
so. But it's kind of an interesting thing that
Interesting.
how would
If
they
they
anyway.
knew, then who wouldn't know, right? So
Yeah, exactly, right. So
Okay, so with this LA Lakers thing out of the way, now we have the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
What do you think about Cousins moving over?
it's okay, but to me, it's all right. But it is a little bit blasphemous because, you know, Joe mentioned this, is that they blocked a CP3 trade to make the Lakers a super team back in whatever, right? So I don't know.
CP3 with Kobe back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So they blocked that one, and so why this now? Now they have, like, their starting five is crazy.
It's pretty much the all-star
Yeah.
team, right?
Yeah.
I just think that I think it started with the Kevin Durant move
Yeah.
to Golden State. That kind of ruined competitive basketball in the NBA.
wouldn't you say it would be when LeBron went to Miami?
Maybe, but
Like
they were
getting three different
they sucked.
superstars. Well, they did suck, but they ended up winning
But good point though.
many.
I mean,
like,
it
many
wasn't that wasn't the
two
start.
or
It
three
was
champions.
LeBron's fault.
That was
man.
the idea of like,
But we're
and that
talking
was
about,
where
like-
Michael Jordan, like, it was the culmination of really good players that played very well together. It wasn't like, okay,
Let's
who's
bring
got
someone in.
like the best superstars and try to like make this super team.
Yeah.
It wasn't really. I mean, the Bulls at that time
At
were
least
just like
back-
players that played well.
At least
together.
back then, we'd be like, well, Miami might take it, blah, blah, blah. And there'd still be, like, people out there thinking, like, oh, no, someone could beat Miami. But now nobody believes that Golden State can be beaten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the
But I-
Rockets
yeah.
gave him a huge run this year. If CP3 wasn't hurt, I
Yeah.
mean, who's to say they couldn't have finished them,
Yeah.
right?
To be fair, I did have the Rockets in my bracket to
Yeah.
go
Did
go
you?
all the way. I had the Rockets and Boston,
Nice.
and I came one game of each, and I would have taken
Yeah,
the
if
bracket.
Kyrie was healthy,
Yeah.
Even without, I knew, like, I knew
they did
that-
pretty good.
Like,
did
Boston's
awesome.
coaching is probably the best, like, full team coaching that's
Mm-hmm.
going on right now with the injury problems and everything. Like, they were still competitive, and they almost got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a totally different series if,
Mhm.
you know, if either of those teams made it. So, the Golden State thing, it's just like, first of all, do we all think that Golden State's just going to take it next year?
There's always a chance. But
Oh, here we go. Of course, there's always
there's
a
always a
chance.
chance, but
But would you bet against them?
No, not at all.
That's what I mean.
right.
Like,
There's always a chance, but
thinking
you're
with your
not gonna
head,
bet
not
against-
with your heart.
No, not at all. Like I mean, on paper, they're the best team.
And like we're seeing this a lot on social media. I know a lot of people just talk a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Saying like, I'm not even gonna watch the NBA next year. There's no point anymore. Da 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 da. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested in seeing like what this freak show is capable of.
I'm not hating it. I think there's always a situation when something can happen. Who knows? What if Boogie is a fucking cancer?
Okay.
It could be. It could cause problems. There
Absolutely.
could be.
Right?
Wasn't there beef between him and?
Kevin Durant.
Durant
but that was
before,
just
right?
like an in-game scuffle, right? So.
But I mean, it could be. What if someone gets injured and this whole plan goes to shit?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Like you don't know.
They're
Anything can happen, of course.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
on paper right now, I would never bet against Golden
no
State Warriors.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, there's been so much news. How about we rattle off and then we'll do like a quick thing for
Okay.
each one?
Something I wanted to mention that happened, was it yesterday or the day before? It's
Yeah.
just Virgil visiting Montreal.
Oh.
A couple days ago
yeah,
at
dude.
Essence.
Yeah.
They had like a pop-up, a special engagement event.
Is it
where
Essence or Sense?
It's Essence.
I just
Essence.
got schooled. You just blew my mind.
It's Sense.
Sense.
oh, there's two S's.
There's two S's
So
in
it's
it.
Essence.
Essence.
Ooh, I just
It's
got,
the essence.
just got goosebumps. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, Essence had this pop-up event or whatever.
Yeah.
They invited Virgil. Not invited, but whatever the case was. They were launching a couple of sneakers, the AF1s and the triple black Presto, the off-white ones. And of course, Virgil was there on hand to like sign this shit
Yeah.
and everything. And like, and here's the thing, man. Like people lined up. There was like allegedly 50 to 100 pairs or whatever, and like the lineup looked like 1,000 or 2,000 people down the street, man. It looked like the fucking football or NFL Super Bowl parade and shit like that. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I'm like, okay, let's just say there's 100 pairs. Let's be generous and say there's 100 pairs. After like 200 people, why the fuck are you still there?
'Cause
Why are
there's
people lining up?
Because it's hope.
Because like the 200 and below people, they're gonna be like, let's rush the fucking door.
No, because it's hope.
What's the hope?
Dude,
What? What's gonna happen? That they're gonna cancel it?
Hope?
And
hope will make a man do crazy things. Hope
I
will
hope I get pussy.
Dude, what's the Star Wars thing where it's hope something?
I don't know.
Anyway, hope will do crazy things to a man. Just a chance that maybe there's a potential, even though how slight
Show
it
up
is.
earlier.
Dude, trust me, I've done it before.
I say like put in the work and fucking just give up on hope. Just like put some hours into it, man.
Yeah, but he'll never know. He'll never know.
No, man. Like if I show up and there's 1,000 people there and there's 100 pairs, like that hope is not worth.
What if there's hope that the 999 people in front of you might get sick?
And have to leave.
And yes.
Or they
all
just
900
change the
people-
release procedure and it's just a live.
Behind you?
No, well, it just becomes like a
There
live
you
thing
go.
because people are fucking
Exactly.
up. the system.
Exactly. And now there's
don't
like a
know.
mob mentality thing. It's like if we start enough shit, then the first 100 people might not get
Okay,
it.
so dude, NMD.
And it appears like I got you guys.
Beltman NMD. Like
Yeah.
how many people lined up for that
A lot.
when they
And then
didn't
it
have
ruined the procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those guys with their hope, they're there to cause trouble, man. Just like I'm trying to fucking illustrate right now with my example. You're illustrating my example for me.
But hope turns into
And what?
something
What? Mob mentality.
yes.
So these guys aren't
When
there
they don't-
because they think they can get the shoe. They're there because they think they can cause enough chaos that the first 900 people won't get the shoe.
I'm going to say it's hope.
Kev, what the fuck? Why?
You know what? I can't relate in this way. Like I've never lined up for a sneaker ever.
You're not
Ever.
not hardcore at all.
No, the thing is, I love
Back
sneakers.
in the day, they begged
Why
you
is
to
he even
Yeah.
doing here
Yeah.
then?
But the thing is, I won't line up for it. And I
Oh,
I
really?
just wrote about it recently. I only paid over retail one time.
Which shoe was it?
The shoes I'm wearing right now.
Oh, your Federer?
Yeah, I'm wearing some
Your
Federer.
Uniqlo Federer?
Yeah, my Uniqlo RF scratched off Federers. Yeah. And that's only just because I had an accidental double up on a different pair, and I said, well, let's trade that in and add a little extra, and then I ended up with that. But I'm just like old school that way. Like I'm just in that belief of I don't feel like paying more than this already crazy price. It's expensive out there. It's an expensive game,
fuck
and
yeah.
and if we had fewer people lining up for stuff and just like regular people like with normal jobs walking in to buy stuff, it might be a more fun place for everyone.
Maybe.
I'm talking to the wrong people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying like lineups are fun or this. They can be.
No, there's an experience for that. I know that you guys have documented that of what it's like to be in a lineup and just that camaraderie.
Yeah.
But I feel like now when I start to see young people skipping school in order to know that they're going to buy to resell, like that's not what I think
that's
the
a little bit
original
different.
intent was.
Yeah, that's a little bit
Well,
different.
that's why Jordans have to come on a Saturday now.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Just because like it's kind of like in Japan they made it illegal for a Dragon Warrior game, or was it Dragon Quest in the U.S. They can't release a Dragon Quest game on a weekday or a school
because
day anymore
people will think,
because
right?
people are skipping
Yeah,
school to
yeah,
buy
yeah.
video games.
Yeah, I
man.
mentioned that before. I think.
But like this, like I said, man, people lining up with the hope that they can get a pair. I don't know what hope they're thinking of, that they accidentally delivered an
Star
extra
Wars: A
1,000
New Hope. There you go.
No, man, it's just what's going on, man. Like, what's in these people's mind? Like, are they there just to disrupt the fucking
No, they're not there to disrupt. It's hope, dude.
what? Okay, what is the outcome of this hope? If
Just-
they get what they hope for, what's this outcome?
A chance.
What chance to what?
Okay, if you are gonna go to a beach.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna stop right there.
No, it's like you
Some
go
people
there.
might want to see Virgil. I don't know. Like he's popular, and
I don't
There
know
might
about
be
that
some
one,
people.
dude. I don't know about that one.
why?
Should ask these guys who Virgil was a year ago. though.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean that doesn't change anything. People get more famous over
yeah.
time.
Here's the thing, man. Like all these people with hope and wanting
Yeah.
to meet Virgil, I saw pairs immediately for sale online. That's autographed
saw
by
that
Virgil.
too, yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing the fucking reseller for hustling.
it's the only reason.
I'm just saying, like, there are people in that lineup that was there, fucking, hopefully, with the right intent of fucking buying the shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they just weren't my size or whatever the case is. Okay. Here's the thing that got me. Someone told me this, like, first-hand experience. He was at Complex Con, and then Virgil was there signing AF1s. And the thing is that they're the off-white AF1s, Complex Con exclusive, so that they're not just made for the public, general public per se. You couldn't get them unless you were at Complex Con. So he got a pair of these. They're valuable. But because he had to sell them on StockX or Grailed or whatever, he had to scrub off his fucking personalized signature and all that stuff on his shoe.
That's dumb.
why would he?
Is
do
that blasphemous?
That's very blasphemous.
Why would you even do that? You just don't sell it through there.
Yeah.
How would you sell it, man? Like,
Through community boards.
if Virgil, whoever, okay, what's your favorite pop star right now?
Justin Bieber.
Okay, Justin Bieber. He fucking signed my band or his tour merch. He signed mine. It says, to Eugene, love Biebs, or
Wait,
whatever.
to Pierre. He's
No.
my favorite. Oh,
He,
okay.
he signed it for me, okay?
'Kay.
And now because you're a big fan, I'm like, oh man, you should take this. Like, you're a bigger Bieber fan than I am.
Yeah.
I try to sell it to you, but it says to Eugene. Would you still take
yeah.
it, or would you
No.
want me to scrub that fucking shit off?
I wouldn't
I
mind to
thought you-
scrub
yeah.
it, but that
Well,
is
you know what I
weird.
mean.
It is weird.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's-
if it has someone's like actual name on it,
It's
then I
personalized.
thought maybe it
Because
was
I thought
like
you
just
meant-
Virgil was here.
Exactly.
Whatever his
Or
other
it's,
I don't know.
it's
I don't know.
rules and regulation
Yeah.
of StockX to not have anything.
it has to be DS, like
Yeah.
straight out of the box.
Okay. Well, with that being said, though, do you mind if we change topics a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What do you guys think about that Paris Virgil fashion show where he released the new line that he has of shoes and clothing for Louis Vuitton?
I think that his
What do you think about the new shoes that he has that has a mashup of
all it's all Louis Vuitton stuff.
yeah
Yeah.
the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 3? Like quickly, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see where his influence comes from.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the one that looks like a
Yeah.
huge high top Avia? That
Yeah.
one
Looks like an Avia.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I didn't
Yeah.
really make
So
the
he
Jordan connection.
he
with that, but-
released it at that time, and everyone's like, hey, I didn't really hear a lot of people getting mad at him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's doing his thing.
maybe
and-
people think he's earned the right to use similarities.
because he got 10.
He got 10. Not any idiot gets 10. Kanye got 1.
Yeah, I know. And speaking of Kanye, do you see that hug that he had?
Oh, they've been homies forever.
I know, and how emotional that got.
Well, Virgil was like
Alright.
his designer or something like that for stuff
Yeah.
way before he even became part of Off-White. And
So when I was seeing that, do you
Yeah.
think there's no love lost that, okay, he got 10, I got 1, I used to be Nike, now it's Adidas, you're using my
I
template.
think you're looking way too
No,
deep.
I'm just, it's like I said, like,
I think they're just homies, man.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about the shoes? Dope? Nope?
I can't afford Louis Vuitton
Yeah,
shoes.
but just in general.
But like, if I were to get a shoe that's inspired by a Jordan, I'll just get the fucking Jordan.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Those Yves Saint Laurent ones, the ones that look like Royals and Breads.
I'd never fuck with those because
Yeah,
I
me
would just get
too.
Royals and Breads for less
Exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Why would I get a shoe that looks like what I want,
Yeah.
but for more money?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
There might be a market out there for fucking lavish people that
Yep.
want super high end stuff and don't want to be seen with us commoners down here.
It's
us
a high-end
normies
sneaker for
Jordans.
driving a Ferrari. So
Yeah.
Exactly,
you
man.
need one of those.
Until
right?
I get a Ferrari, I'm not wearing Yves Saint Laurent.
Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about Kanye, what do you guys think about the new albums that he's released lately?
I haven't listened to too many. I just listened to his album and Cuddy's album.
Yeah, the Cudi one is good.
Cuddy one is, let's just say his own album
Yeah.
is probably my least favorite
Yeah.
of what he's come out with this
The,
summer.
the Ye album was pretty good though, but like I understand. I
But
like
you
the
know what I'm
Cudi
trying to
album.
say?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe like he's a musician and he's doing like they're all his work.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's his fucking little project that's going on. So like I consider all of these Kanye albums.
Did anybody get that merch, the hoodie?
No,
That
go away with that shit. Fuck no.
Ooh, I won't go away with it because I got
Did
one.
you?
Yeah.
I'd rather get like the fucking Top Dog ones.
Ooh, well done.
Like
yeah.
those damn shirts.
I wasn't
like
able
the
to get
hoodies.
those. Those are dope though. By
Like
the way.
I was
Yeah.
offered
The hoodie or
the
the long
hoodie,
Oh.
and like I'm like I can't afford it.
Really, you were?
I couldn't afford it.
Wow.
Like it was like whatever the kids. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted the red hoodie, but everybody wanted that one,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I'd rather get the Top Dog, the Kendrick Lamar stuff over.
Did you know though that the Kids See Ghost merchandise was Takeshi Murakami,
Yeah.
designed by Virgil?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why
which
would
one? The what?
The
why would
version two-
Murakami need to get shit designed by someone else?
No,
They
it-
did a
it's a
collab.
collab. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should see the artwork. It's beautiful.
So
Yeah, it's cool,
What
mixing
pieces
in.
are out there? Just fucking printed art.
It's a long sleeve tee
Okay.
and a hoodie.
Okay.
So the artwork was Murakami, and then there's a little print by Virgil, and it's dope.
Okay.
It's dope.
Yeah, they're
you get it?
the actual
Yeah.
pieces of art that they created too are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. But those are like legit artists. right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just some musician doodling. So
No, it's not.
look, man, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just saying pay the credit where credit is due.
Exactly. Well, I thought it was really nice, so I ended up copying one. It's
Yeah.
not here yet, so it's 3 to 4 weeks, but
Oh, they're printing it right now. Virgil is stamping it right now.
I hope so. I hope so. I
He's
hope
in
so.
Montreal stamping your shirt.
Ass Club.
And what do you guys think
You're gonna
about the
see it in
Drake
2 months.
album?
I
I
haven't,
haven't
heard
listened to it
I
yet.
haven't
Oh
heard
my
it.
God.
There's too many fucking tracks.
I know.
But I'm not a double
How many
album
tracks
kind
is
of guy.
it?
24.
Oh,
It's
so he's
a
putting
double.
all the other guys to shame. Was like, this is a fire 7
Okay, so
track record.
I
You and
remember-
your 6 tracks, go home.
Remember,
Go
I
home.
slagged that because
Yeah.
it's half-ass and it's not a real
Which one?
album. Like everything that Kanye released is like
Yeah, but Kanye and then
and Pusha T. And,
Pusha T's. His wasn't
and-
bad. That was a pretty good album.
But 7.
But it's only 7.
It's not an album. It's a mixtape.
It's not bangers. Bangers.
I kind of like it when you say bangers.
It's
gonna
not
lie.
bangers.
But it's good, guys. It's good. It's. I mean, it's not the best in my opinion,
Here we go.
but it's good.
Here's vague reviews.
There's a lot of
Vague.
explanation about the kid. So
I don't care about the kid, man. That's his problem, not mine. I don't want to hear about
it
it.
explains it.
I don't give a fuck. When people are like, "Oh, he has a kid, he's hiding," I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's his problem, man. Like, why do I have to even care?
For all the porn lovers out there, there is a shout out to Evil Angel and
A shout out, I guess. I don't know who that is. I'll Google it later. Trust me.
it's a production company. It's a porn
Ooh.
production company.
All right.
So it's good. Final Fantasy is the name of the song. One of your favorites.
No. Let's not. Let's skew things. Anyways, let's move on. Speaking with Kanye, I want to dive deep into this.
Yeah.
Into this topic here. I'm pretty sure we can all see this coming. We've touched on this for years, and I'm pretty sure Kev will have some awesome insights on this. So this weekend we have a brand new Yeezy coming out.
Yeah.
The 500 fucking black rats or utility blacks.
Utility
or whatever. Are you
black.
familiar with the shoe?
Yeah,
the
I've seen
500s.
it, yeah.
It's a nice looking shoe. The 500 is not bad looking shoe. I prefer it over the 7. I know it's blasphemy. I actually like the 500s over 700s just because I'm fucking basic like that. But whatever the case, the thing is, like, last weekend, like, we're talking about, like, 4 days ago from today, we just got a Yeezy 350 V2, the Butters.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, how do we feel about the Butters?
They're all right. They're cool.
Okay, vague review. Next, what do you think about the Butters?
Pass.
Pass? You
Yeah.
passed? Did you even sign up? What if
No,
I
hell no.
What if I offered to you for retail?
No.
Okay, how about
I don't
Kev?
want it.
What do you think about the shoe?
You know what?
How many pairs? I
Garbage.
know you have like 20 pairs of Yeezys already.
No,
do you
I've
have
got-
room for another one?
No, I've got 0 pairs of
So
Yeezys.
you can have
Yeah.
your first
No,
pair.
pass
Yeah,
on this
and-
one
This is the
too.
easiest one besides
My
the
God.
Calabasas bullshit.
Yeah.
This could be your first one at retail.
No, you know what? Yeezys are. I think
Too-
they've had their time, and
That's exactly what I might get
and
into.
especially with the V2s. I mean, it was a great run, and at the time when it first dropped, it was great. It's very innovative, and you can only do a certain number of colorways until people start to say, "Okay,
All right,
we're starting
man.
to see the same product."
But
Honestly,
we are Jordan
It's the
collectors.
fact
No,
that you're
honestly, it's no
doing
different
a
than Jordan.
solid
Thank you.
colorway that bothers me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done with the
Oh, the
full monochromatic colorway on it.
So you
It's
want
just
to
like
see
I'm
the
bored.
stripes. You want to see the
I don't even
Supply
necessarily
350.
want to see the stripe. I just want to see something different.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Those
just a
creams are
solid.
pretty nice. The
solid
Cocanias are nice though.
it's
Do you
just
like
a
the
fucking
700?
white shoe.
You guys like the 700?
Love the
I really like the
700.
700.
I do too.
Awesome.
Especially in that dark colorway that's like
Yeah.
that gray color.
I'll
I
go
like
with
that.
the OG ones. but
Yeah, the OG ones are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see something different. I'm tired of
So
it.
on that spirit, it looks like the Butters, the 350s, a lot of unclaimed pairs at
surprise,
local
surprise.
raffles, and that's probably the first time I've seen this silhouette, quote unquote, sit. And I know that's fucking crazy because like allegedly we saw some on Sunday, so they lasted an entire fucking opening day,
Yeah.
and then there were leftovers that were put back on shelf. And if you told me that like a year ago, I know we said this before with like Jordans, with NMDs and shit like that, but people forecasted this, and it looks like on top of that they're re-releasing a bunch of the other colors.
Yeah.
We got the Cremos, the Cocanias. They're re-releasing.
I think the zebras
the
are coming
zebras
out. Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
September.
The highlighters
Yeah.
again.
I like the highlighters.
We still have a chance on the 700s.
Yeah,
And
'cause
the
that's gonna be-
OG
yep.
700. That's
Yeah.
probably the
Yep.
most exciting one.
Yeah,
But if
for
they
sure.
flood the market with the 700s,
If they
or
flood
those
the
other
market with the
350s,
700s, I'm totally fine with that
And it's
because I
like-
like the shoe for what
Yeah.
it is.
So what do you have against them then, dude? What
the
do you,
700s?
No, like what do you have against them flooding the market in general?
I don't.
You just said you just said that you don't like the
I said
butters or like.
I
or,
don't.
I don't think it has
I
anything
never
to do
said
with
it-
the production number.
I
think
don't.
he's just
I
looking
don't care.
aesthetically.
I'm
He
just
just doesn't like- they
aesthetically. I
look
just
nice.
don't like it. I don't like the fact that
Oh.
it's just another solid color.
Yeah, well,
I don't mind the
doesn't
solid
matter.
color, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Like,
But
I don't
it
know,
looks-
it's boring. It's boring. Come on.
I'm a boring basic.
what about the
motherfucker.
act? What do you think about the act though of just
Act of what? Releasing another shoe in a boring colorway?
releasing a lot of them?
Go
know-
ahead. I'm
yeah.
totally fine
Okay,
with
here
it.
it is,
It'll
here it is,
drop
here it
the
is.
price on them, and then you can buy what you want at retail.
Thank you. When I
and
love
I'm
that.
okay. I never said that they should make it limited, did I?
No, you did not.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did not.
I'm like, release the 700 in a fucking 3
So
million
you're-
pairs. I
so
will buy it just because I like
the
it.
gripe that you're explaining right now, or is because it's a boring colorway. It's the color.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that there's nothing going on with it. Like, at least the Beluga and the Zebra and the Highlighter, they've tried to do something with some sort of pattern.
The
on
highlighter is the frozen yellow. Right?
the frozen yellow one, right? So trying to do something with color, and I'd like to see some other kind of nip blended in there or
Yeah.
something. Just something different.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's just my gripe.
Okay, with the Butters re-releasing, or not re-releasing, released this past weekend, and it looks like, let's just say they're virtually sold out. It seems that way, anyways. You can't find them in store anymore. I'm guessing there might be some returns. I don't know, fuck. But like, what do you think Adidas's goal was? Was it to make sure that everyone that wants a pair gets a pair?
Yeah.
Or did they seem to be confident enough to release that many pairs and think like these will still resell? What was Adidas's end goal? What was their train of thought going into this release?
I think it was cashing out. I mean, Kanye's talked about how his goal was to make sure that everybody had a pair. Anybody who wanted a pair should get a pair. And I think initially that hype, he wasn't making that much money. He was talking about selling out, but the number of units that were actually out wasn't that high. So yeah, he would sell out, and the hype and the resale was just driving that market. Everybody wanted a pair, and now it's available, right? So you almost needed that precursor to say, hey, let's get everybody excited about Yeezys. Now everybody knows Yeezys. Everybody wants a pair, right? And now when it's available, we're really going to see who's going to actually buy it, or will it sit? And he's trying to get up there to like the Jordan 11 market where you can drop 1 million pairs and sell out, right?
Yeah.
And this is uncharted territory, I think.
But I think it's uncharted territory for the positive.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, all you need now, this move by Adidas does so many things. First of all, it kills reselling, right? Second of all, if you want the shoe, all you need is patience, and it'll come back, right? I could have easily
Set
bought
it free.
if it comes back, it's up. Yeah, I could have easily spent $500, $600 on a 700 if I didn't have the patience, right?
Yeah.
And
Or if you had the money.
yeah, true. But I didn't have the money. You're right.
It just screams normie and boring. That's all it does.
What, the 700?
The butters.
The butter?
butters.
The butter.
Oh, see,
Look,
Hey,
there you
you
go.
want to become a normie
No.
and have a boring shoe? Then go ahead.
Full
Buy
disclaimer,
this.
I actually did get a pair of the butters.
Did you?
Normie.
Dude, I put on Twitter, so it's official,
Yeah.
that I like the V2 silhouette. I love this shoe, man. It's a very nice looking shoe.
Yep.
So you can throw boring ass colors on it. It's still a dope fucking shoe. Unless you put like, I'm not gonna say anything stupid. Unless you put something really offensive on the shoe, I'm still gonna like this fucking silhouette.
Yeah.
And they can come up with quote unquote boring butter colorways. I still think it's a dope shoe.
Yep.
So in that aspect, I was easily able to cop a pair at retail. So why wouldn't I do that?
That's nothing.
But you don't go and buy every single Air Max 1 that comes out.
No, I don't.
So,
but
but you love the silhouette.
Yeah, but like Air Max 1 I bought for nostalgia sake because like I grew up with that shoe knowing it as a certain silhouette and particular colorways that kind of engage in that fucking thinking.
Yeah.
But this thing I was part of that movement.
Yeah.
So every single shoe that I buy, every different colorway that I get I'm feeding back into that movement.
Yeah.
But like the Air Max 1, like I was technically not a part of that shit. I'm just trying to get back what I remember.
Yeah.
So maybe there's kids out there that only buy the OG colorways of Yeezys when they retro 20 years down the line. You never know, right?
True.
But there are some Air Max ones that, say for example, for myself, I've never been part of this nostalgia. I just learned about the Air Max history,
Yeah.
right? Like just recently.
Yeah.
But dude, I have 4 pairs of Air Maxes now, and it's not because of nostalgia. It's because I fucking love the colorway.
Yeah.
Like that Para collab is gonna be hot. Like the Curry, that even though it's not a Curry, like an OG Curry, I love that colorway. I've used that 3 or 4 times now, and it's freaking dope. There's the Watermelon that I love. Holy crap! I just find that the Air Max is just an awesome shoe, and
Yeah.
if you
The Japanese people agree.
True. And it gives you the opportunity to put outlandish colors in it because there's so many like layers and patterns on it, in my opinion.
They're sporty AF1s.
Is that what it is? Is that because there's not a lot of pattern, it's just one knit, that it's very boring?
I just think there's opportunity to try other things.
What
And
if
I know
they released like
typically-
a solid single color Air Max 1? Would that be a boring shoe?
Well, they have in the past. They did the Independence Day ones where it's all
But they
solid
still look
red,
dope,
white,
right?
and blue. They're okay, but I mean, I'm not whatever. I
think
would
the
prefer
interesting
something that
thing-
has multi.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
interesting thing about Air Max 1 is they're never afraid to take a chance on it. And Nike will throw these crazy colorways, crazy materials. And you know what? If it doesn't sell and it goes to an outlet, which a lot of Air Max 1s do,
Oh, they'll still
they're
gobble it
okay.
up.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, whatever, that's fine.
That's fine.
You can't
yeah.
go wrong with Air Max 1s,
So-
Yeah.
almost.
So what's wrong with the Yeezys going like that? Like
Going to the outlets?
yeah, like
It will tarnish the brand.
Yeah, because it's
Yeezy-
you're already paying $300 retail.
Like,
Canadian
oh,
for it,
okay, all right, I
so
get that, I get
you can't, You
Kanye
can't
is
let
trying
it
to
go to that stage. You
yeah,
have to sell
makes
out.
sense. Makes
He's
sense.
trying to sell a brand as like a borderline luxury brand, right? It's the Yeezy line.
Yeah.
Because it's like Adidas Yeezy, right?
Dude,
So we're not talking about, a shoe that if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's like, do you feed into this lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
And they're selling you a lifestyle more than like a product itself.
I think that Yeezy line, that Adidas Yeezy line, is about to take an evolution. I don't know where it's gonna go.
You mean his clothing line?
No, that shoe line.
Oh yeah.
It's there, like with all these big releases, like these quantities, it's gonna evolve into something, and we don't know what it will be like. I think it'll be safer if they lower the price point, but I don't see that happening.
No, I
Because-
mean, is his basketball shoe that he's supposed to come out with eventually going to be a really high price point on it?
Really?
No, I'm asking it as a question. Like
have
I know
no
that he's
idea.
supposed to be designing for that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
can I
and big
present to you
prototypes.
this then?
Yeah.
we're saying like, you know, the V2s, they're just oversaturated because we saw photos that Kanye released when he got back on Twitter not too long ago of like a fucking 50 different colorways, monochromatic colorways of Yeezys, like every color of the rainbow, almost like the Pharrell Superstar line.
Yeah.
It looked like that. And if every one of those are released, obviously there's an oversaturation of this one silhouette. So, with that being said, and all the re-releases that are rumored to happen later this year to flood the market in this butter kind of quantity.
What was the quantity for these?
I'm guessing like hundreds of thousands. I'm guessing.
Really, that actually that high?
Probably. It seemed like, I know some numbers that the local stores got.
Yeah.
And they're up there, like really up there.
Is it blue tint stuff? Like
more than blue tint.
Oh, nice.
More than the cocainias? Like,
for the local stores that receive them, more than cocainias.
Okay.
They're the most.
Yeah.
Probably very close to the
But I mean,
Zebra
I think
re-release.
that's just it.
But with that being said, that these shoes are potentially not selling out at full retail anymore. Do you think it's time to think about retiring the V2s? Put them in the vault.
No, I think it's okay to keep releasing it in new colorways. I just think if you want it to sell out and it have not necessarily resale value, but popularity, you have to make it scarce.
Careful, Jason. You're just contradicting yourself.
About what?
You just said that you're okay.
I'm okay with them. What I'm saying is,
releasing
though, in order for it to be
colorways.
popular, for people to go to the store and pick up their shoe and not leave it,
Yeah.
there has to be value to it. And the point is that the more scarce it is, the more value it has.
But the
Because
value
people are either going to keep it and knowing that there's
But
value
values-
to it, or they're going to resell it.
But value is created by limiting the release.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's exactly.
That's
his
exactly
point.
what I'm saying. Is that the
So
only
do
way
you-
to make it
so-
more popular is you make it less scarce.
Would that
More scarce.
Would that interest you more if a pair was more rare, or would it?
No, I think it
strictly
just-
be
I think
based
it-
on the way the shoe looks.
I
and
think
how
it
you
has
like
to be a combination of what the aesthetics are, what colorway it looks like. Like if it's
Okay.
something that I'm really like, wow, that's cool, and it had some sort of interesting story in it, whatever, and it's limited.
Yeah.
Cool. Like it's limited for a reason. But that's why things are popular. That's why people go and pick them up and either they keep them or they resell them.
Yeah, I think there's a difference
They don't-
between being popular and then highly sought after. Like for the Jordan line, it's always been okay. The stuff's always been popular, and then certain things are really sought after. So when the shattered backboard stuff came out, everybody was on it and everybody wanted it. And I'm just thinking for Adidas and specifically the Yeezy line, they still need that hype for resale to actually drive the market because it's not necessarily content based. How do you form a memory for something that's a couple years old? Yeah, like I lined up for these and I bought these 2 years ago, right? So you don't have those memories yet. But a way that they can kind of differentiate their tier is to say, okay, here's your butter Yeezy or whatever, and after it's been worn for a certain amount, as the outsole wears down, a number or a code is revealed.
Yeah.
From there, you can enter that code, and then you'll be entered into like a limited raffle to get some new colorway that nobody else can get.
Or
That's crazy.
Or he
Yeah,
has
it's
to
crazy
just like
talk.
coincide.
Wearing your shoes. get
Wearing
out
your
of
shoes. That's
I
crazy
know,
talk.
that's-
What
So,
about
yeah.
coinciding,
Blasphemous.
like with the release of his album, like Wyoming or whatever? He had all that merch where it was like super bright colors. It's like, why don't you release a Yeezy that ties into the release of your album
Oh,
and the
because
art
that-
that's around it?
Because that
And
that
make it
merch that
super
he makes,
limited. Yeah.
that merch he
It's
pockets
like-
all of that. The Adidas
Well,
stuff,
of course,
not
but
so
if you
much.
kind of, it's a tie-in, it's a story. It's like
That's
this
fine.
whole idea of
That's
like
fine. I
maybe
don't
they look
understand.
like fucking cowboy boots because you're in the middle of Wyoming. I don't know, like whatever it is, it's just like some sort of story and tie-in. But all we get is a colorway with no explanation as to why there's this story. Maybe it doesn't need a story. I don't know.
The story
But-
is, look how cool this shoe is.
I think
and that's
the-
all
and
the
the
story
shoe,
is.
the shoe's
story.
cool. I'm just like, man, like,
My-
whatever. Like, come up with something new and something interesting. Like, you need to be pushing
Mind you
the
guys,
boundary of
all
it a
this,
little bit.
all the stuff that is happening right now with Kanye's Yeezy line for Adidas is uncharted territory, like stuff that has never happened before.
For who?
For in the general sneaker business,
What are you
dude.
talking about?
What, have you seen a $350 shoe that was limited at point and now being released? That's killing like the value of it as times go by. No, it's different. Whatever you said right now, like whatever you said, I wish I was I wish that this has happened. All that stuff has been pre-programmed because that's the stuff that you are used to. All the stuff that Kanye is doing right now, whether it's the story or whatnot, like the lack of story, that's his way of doing things.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's different from what you are used to.
Yeah.
Right? What if he says like, I don't need a story to sell something?
I think that's what he's getting at.
I guess so.
Yeah.
No,
And you might not like that being
Yeah.
like an OG sneakerhead or used to like
Yeah.
having
I don't
this
think I
colorway.
necessarily need a story, but it's it's a nice thing to have some sort of tie-in to why you're designing.
So you want to
something.
buy something just because
like-
it's different from the
Sure,
rest.
and sometimes I see something through Instagram or whatever. Somebody posts something, and immediately I go, "Oh, that's cool colorway or whatever." And then there's a story, and sometimes
Yeah.
there isn't because it might be a high fashion sneaker or whatever, and there isn't necessarily something to
The
it.
thing about like when we compare the Yeezy line, Adidas Yeezy line, with say the Air Jordans, is that Jordans have 30 years of history that they can have the luxury of referring back to. So the stories that Michael Jordan shoes come with, they are made while he was wearing it on the court.
Excuse me, let me interrupt you there. Jordan 1. This year, there are about 30 silhouettes of Jordan 1s that are coming out. What's the difference of that between a Yeezy? The pine greens that are coming out that I love.
It's a 30-year-old shoe, so they can maybe they can attach stories. I'm not saying they're all legit.
The pine green because what, he went to the Madison Square Garden or played.
Sure.
Like,
There's still a story behind it. But like these Yeezys, what I'm saying, like if you give these Yeezy times, you never know, man. Like there might be 20 years down the line, they'll be like, these are the fucking Grammy 350s where he won the Grammy that one year. You never know. They can attach these stories on later. And like with the Jordans, when they first came out, I'm talking about
Yeah,
the OGs.
okay, I get what
There's
you're
no
saying.
stories. There's
It
no
was
nicknames
just a release
for these
for-
things.
They were
They're
just
just called
release.
Air Jordan 1s,
Yeah.
Air Jordan 2s.
Makes
There's no
sense.
bread
home and
ones.
away colors, whatever
Exactly.
it is.
What do you
yeah.
want? Do you want home or away?
Yeah.
And that's all you had to choose from.
Yeah.
There's no nicknames. There's
And-
no flu games and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you didn't need this story because it was happening live in front
Yeah,
of
man.
you, right? So it was like you were watching the game. It's like, oh, I remember that game, or this is the moment that this happened. Like, and it didn't need a story. Like, it wasn't a. I mean, obviously, it was manufactured as well too. Nike had some great marketing campaigns, like with the actual banning of a shoe that wasn't even banned. It wasn't the Jordan 1. It was like I think the Airship or something, or Air Revolution or something like that.
But I mean, there is always some sort of
Tie-in.
Well, there always is. Yeah, even the Jordan, like Jordan 3 and stuff like that. When Tinker was designing it, there was still a story of him having to bring Michael back. Going maybe to Adidas. There had to be some sort of story or tie-in that had to be something had to be different.
Yeah,
and it had to be in his legacy.
That's based on the strength and the efforts of the designer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The
Whereas
design is
in
always
the
at the
V2
keys.
has been designed,
See,
and they're
but
just
guys-
recycling
Yeah.
it for how many? How long is the 3 years
guys,
now?
you guys are studying.
Is that how long it is? That the V2's been.
It seems that
going?
way.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys are studying the V2s
Yeah.
or the Kanye or Yeezy silhouette line based on the history of a Nike shoe.
Well, I'm not
Like-
basing it on that. I'm just
No,
saying
but like
that.
that's what you guys are. You guys
No,
are
I'm
comparing.
drawing.
it to,
I am
right?
drawing comparisons. I'm
Right?
saying that they're
But
not
it's-
comparable.
But it's
That's what I'm
different.
saying.
Yeah, okay, but you're still comparing it though. They're
In-
not
in,
comparable.
in,
You're
in essence, yeah.
it's a standalone product. It's you look at it like, okay, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do this now? Like, what's gonna happen now? Never has it been done before where like I'm gonna limit it for now, and I'm gonna flood the market with a whole bunch of shoes. Never has that happened before.
It happens all the fucking time.
Give me an example of a release from Nike
Okay.
that was limited at first.
Yeah.
Yes, they'll do like a 5-7 year cycle, but they'll still limit it at that release.
We're
True or false?
We're talking about like specific silhouettes.
Atmos, the Nike Air Max 1 Atmos. Okay,
That's
that's
very specific.
what else is there? Like what? You mean you throw in the Legacy? Like, have you seen the
the
Legacy?
Safaris, they came out again, and they did it in mass numbers.
That wasn't mass numbers.
It was,
Well,
it was
probably
enough
bigger,
to
probably just
yeah.
as much
But
as
it's
these Yeezys.
But it's not like 3 times Space Jams, like a million. Like
Well, the
Yeah.
Yeezys aren't 3 times Space Jam, bro.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's just
Well,
different from what
it-
it's different. Never been done before.
All I'm saying is that I just think, for me, that colorway just isn't enough.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we've already gone through 3 years, according to Eugene. Like, the shoe's been out.
It seems like 3
I think
years.
that there could be something more interesting being
Yeah.
presented. We're
Hey,
seeing
don't get me wrong. They're
we're
probably
s-
working on something right now. We just
Maybe
don't know.
we're seeing it in the other line that he has. Like, well, not really. Like the one you said that's the fucking utility black or whatever. It's just kind of the same shit. There's good opportunity to use the paneling and stuff like that for something.
What do you think about that, by
but-
the way?
What?
The utility black.
If I had
The
to-
name of it?
Yeah, 500s. No, just the shoe in general, the colorway.
The desert, whatever the fuck it's called.
Utility black
I'm
500s.
not a big fan of just the
Chunky?
silhouette. No, I don't mind chunky shoes. I just don't really like it that much.
Okay.
I think the 700 has a much more like sleek sports car kind of appeal to
Yeah.
it. There's something about it that's exotic, like the shape of it just
Okay.
has these cool
Yeah.
It's
cool
very
lines.
triangular in my eyes.
Well, and I mean there's something to say when you start putting silhouettes of sneakers that there's certain lines and
That's
certain
fair enough.
directions to
Yeah.
it that really draw your eye in, or like even just the color palette. Like I find that the 700 is interesting because it's using that EQT old school green and black and stuff that they're pulling in, and then all of a sudden these pops of color that you
Like
would never
different-
normally find.
And like the pattern.
Just wait till
of
the gray
it.
one comes out, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one that's kind of browny or whatever.
It looks like
that's
it's
green.
Photoshop, and they just added a
Yeah.
fucking filter on
Yeah.
it.
But I mean, yeah, I just think at this time we could be getting other shoes like on the V2 that could just be different. That's
So
all.
again-
And I just find it just kind of
I
like
just
a
want to
lame
present
attempt.
to you
That's all.
that it looks like there's a lot of V2s coming out in the near future, and maybe further down the line. We don't know what's going to happen with the V2s in any amount of time coming up. It's just, do you think it's time to like start limiting it again, or should we
No.
just keep feeding the masses? Like, here, you get a
Yeah.
fucking Yeezy, you get a Yeezy.
I think
or-
he's going to fluctuate. Like it'll be certain ones will get, smaller numbers, and
So
certain
they
ones will get
shouldn't
better ones.
retire this or fucking take a break from.
I
the
think, like
V2s.
Pierre said, it's just like he's doing it on as he's not giving you a fucking story to anything.
Do you think
And
Kanye's
he'll
the
just
one
go,
that says
you know
how
what,
many should be made though?
this shoe doesn't have like a version 3 for at least 3 or 4 years. Like I don't know. Like he's just doing it on his own fucking wavelength.
So,
And
I
that's
mean-
okay to do. I just saying, like, come up with something more fucking interesting.
Yeah.
That's
So Eugene,
all
you
I'm
said all of the butter sold out, right? So even though it did take a week,
Yeah.
And you think about that
That's
timeline,
fine.
a week is fine. We're
That's
talking
totally
about like
good.
that's actually a fast turnaround. I think we're getting kind of that conception that if something doesn't sell instantly within like an hour, it's not awesome.
If
right?
it doesn't even go on sale, it's
Yeah.
already a success.
yeah,
Yeah.
and because you're
You don't
you're
want it to go
essentially-
on sale.
Yeah,
You
you're
want it
getting
to
all your
sell
numbers,
through.
right? You're
But
getting your numbers.
we're getting dangerously close to Yeezys being off the shelf items. You know what I mean?
You mean
And
on
for-
shelf, like available?
Like you can just buy it off the shelf.
Yeah.
Can
And-
I throw something out there?
Yeah, man.
Just I thought about it. Remember when we used to talk about like Rockin' Republics or Seven Jeans and how awesome they were?
Yeah.
And then we saw them at Costco and regular people wearing them.
Normies.
So what if my uncle or grandma
Mark
start-
Echo is a perfect example of that kind of stuff. Anything that doesn't, as soon as you go mass,
Yeah, right? So and
loses
then
its appeal.
loses its appeal. Like that's the one thing that concerns me because I mean, when I see when I see someone older
Yeah.
than myself wearing something like that,
It's interesting.
Are you
to
just
me.
referring to me?
no, dude, like 50 or whatever, right?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Right? Like that to me is like, hey, what's
Careful,
going
son.
on there? What's going on, right? Like,
Get off my
but then
porch.
again, it could be a good thing too, in how he or she wears it, right? So, anyways,
Sneakerheads are getting fucking older, man.
No,
There's
you
gonna
know
be
what?
50 and 60-year-olds.
The
that'll be
older
wearing-
sneakerheads are the ones with the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're the
true.
ones who have that connection to the old school sneakers. This is like Jordans are gonna sell forever
look.
until we die.
The older sneakerheads are the ones with the fucking income, okay?
Yeah.
yeah.
But the younger sneakerheads are the ones that are spending frivolously and
Yeah.
recklessly.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that dictate what's trendy or
Yeah.
not.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we're the ones like, should I get this Jordan? Or should I wait till it goes on clears? I
Yeah.
wait for a coupon code.
Yeah.
That's us.
yeah.
But these kids are like, I kind of need this yesterday, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay the extra fucking $600.
And you
have
know, I get the
patience,
sense that some of the younger kids are buying stuff like Supreme, other hype drops.
Hey, why are you looking at
Not
me?
necessarily you, but just in that direction, that vicinity.
Yeah.
That they're buying it, wearing it,
Yeah.
photographing themselves,
Yeah.
styling at school, and then
Yeah.
reselling it. And coming out at least neutral to say they've been a part of that,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm,
And I
sure.
don't remember that. I remember kids like would resell
Rent a
stuff.
flex.
Yeah, that was like, you'd sell
Well,
a
that's
pair
a
of
good
J's or whatever
business.
that were beat down, but it was only because like, someone was going to buy it and they're really, really beat down, right? And that gives
Yeah.
you a little bit of money towards your next purchase. But it's not like now, keep it as mint condition as possible with the intent of really just reselling
See,
it.
that's what weird to me is that when I see something on like in the forums and it's 8.5 out of 10 and they're still asking $100 over what they bought for it,
Yeah.
and people are biting on that,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's something wrong with
Well,
that.
maybe the value has gone up quicker than the fucking shoe depreciated in wears.
Or the fact that the want for it is far greater than what
Hey man, they just need to sell it
they're willing
once,
to
man.
pay.
I just find like just for me, maybe it's my own personal
culture.
morals is that
They
maybe
need
it doesn't
it now.
fit that.
They need it now. They need it now.
Well, if I've worn it 3 or 4 times to the point where it's 8.5, it should go down, in my opinion. I
Maybe.
shouldn't get my money back for
It depends, man. What if like all of a sudden that the value of the shoe like just skyrockets? Would you still ask for less?
Dude,
Come
it's
on.
been worn.
I don't care. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay.
Here comes another high school.
No. It's a
No?
sneaker example.
Okay.
I sold my turtle doves
Okay.
because they weren't my size. Technically, they weren't my size. I sold them for like $900, and at that time it was like the street value or the market value of that shoe, and I was happy with it because I got exactly what I asked for.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I could have worn that shoe 3 or 4 times and asked for $3,000 or $2,000 right now, and I would have gotten it. Would that make me immoral because I asked for more than what I paid for?
No, not immoral. You're just a victim. Not a victim, but you're just a winner of chance. Like, who knew that
And maybe the people that you're referring to are just winners of chance. Maybe they bought it really low because someone hooked them.
What if they have? What if? And we can't measure this, but like, what if it's like, hey, you know what? I can wear this a couple of times,
Yeah.
flex,
Yeah.
and then sell it because I can and get my money back or
There
more.
you go.
Yeah,
They're just smart.
right? But
and
you
there's only a market if people are willing to buy.
Absolutely, and that's
mean,
why I think that's
yeah.
what I don't get is that like, I don't sell what I don't like. I use it
Whoa,
for
whoa, whoa,
trade.
whoa. You don't sell what you don't like. Okay.
Like I used the axe to get something because I wanted that one, right? So I knew that Supreme accessories are hot right now,
yeah.
right? So I mean, there's a market for it, so I use that knowledge to do so.
Okay.
But I don't purposely like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna look cool. I'm gonna take pictures of it. I might use it to chop one block of wood, and then I can
Camping
resell
trip.
it again, right? Like,
Okay,
Spreading peanut butter on your sandwich
Yeah,
at home
with
with
your
it. Can't chop anything. I just can spread.
You
with
bought
it.
the axe at retail, let's just say.
Yeah.
Japanese retail.
yeah.
You use it to chop one thing of firewood, okay?
Yeah.
Would you sell it for less now knowing that it's
Yes.
worth more?
First of all, I wouldn't sell it in the first place. But if I wouldn't, just to answer your question, I wouldn't sell it for retail. I would try to get more.
Oh, so you just contradicting yourself.
But because no, dude, guys, I'm not contradicting what I sell. I don't like it, but like Kev said, there's a market for it. You have to take advantage of that, or else you're just gonna be.
And that's exactly what I was trying to tell you that you were so against.
No, I'm against it, but I'm not gonna
As
like
long as it's not
hate you
him.
for it. My thing is that's. Shut up! All right, stop it right now.
I don't know, man. It's just the way you're trying to fucking. I don't know.
I
You just lost me. In
What
your
I said was
arguments.
that I don't get it. I don't like it because it's weird. I think it should be less than that, but there's a market for it, right?
Exactly my point.
There you go.
And so, like, even the place where we're broadcasting, we're at Stay Fresh headquarters, right? And it's like, this place would not have existed even 10 years ago because people just didn't have that concept of paying over retail for sneakers. It was like, you know, I'm not paying a cent over. I'm gonna find these on sale. I'm gonna get a decent deal on it.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's so limited. Good luck, right? Good luck getting a pair.
But here's the thing, though.
That was, I think, the way that the culture changed was
Yeah.
the release numbers really affected those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of those companies were trying to drive business, or independent companies that were doing collaborations and stuff were trying to drive business to them, right?
Yeah.
And popularity. So Jeff Staples a perfect
Yeah.
example of that.
Vision.
But guys, I disagree with that, Kev, with all due respect,
Mm-hmm.
is because I don't mind paying over retail, whatever it is. If I have the money, I can do so because you know what it is? It's peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the one thing is that there are so many fakes out there, whether it's clothing, whether it's shoes. Like, I've seen so many videos of, like, the butters being manufactured by fake factories, and they're in the millions, right? And that's eventually gonna come here. There was like in the Philippines, they got caught with like X amount of money of fakes, and they're like Witherspoons and stuff like that, right? If I can not think about like, hey, can I get a legit check, or can I make sure like if I can get this off someone, there's no receipt.
Some accountability is very important.
Yes, and I think that's what Stay Fresh does. Honestly, like I'm not being paid by anyone on this one. I believe that I would pay extra to make sure that it's a legit pair.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
you know what? I know the staff. You work here. I know that it's legit. I know that I am not gonna go wrong
Yeah.
if I buy something from Stay Fresh.
Yeah.
And another thing too is that the moral factor. Like I know the owners, and the owners is it's a family or business, and I love that.
It's a small company. Yes.
Yeah, man. Like,
But you know what I like about Stay Fresh is actually what their buying power has allowed to happen in the market is now you can buy the less hyped sneakers often for less than retail.
Absolutely.
Right? That's where I'm in it. I'm like, you know what? There's a huge upside to this,
Yeah.
right? And it's the silhouettes that don't normally sell out, but I still like them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, oh, wow, now I actually get to go into a store and I can try them on. I haven't seen these things for 6 months. Who has a pair, right?
Absolutely.
And now I try it on. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm walking out with something.
and think of when's the last time you heard a consignment store that has a massive inventory
Yeah.
that does a warehouse sale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, how
The
was
less-
that
the
warehouse
less
sale,
than
by the
It
way?
was awesome. It was busy through. It was a 2-day event. It was
Yeah.
busy from opening to closing for both days. And I know that we have it on shelf, but the main purpose of these warehouse sales is not to sell anything above retail. They'll have it on the shelf just because we need it there.
Yeah.
Like there were a few people that bought Yeezys and Off-Whites and shit like that, but we weren't there to sell that stuff.
Yeah.
We were there to sell shit that was basically overstocked. That's what a warehouse fucking sale is, man.
Yeah.
People are so confused, man. And you just go there and then you see stuff. First of all, we had items here that was on sale that Nike prohibits of like retailers
Yeah.
from putting them on sale
Yeah.
for that time period.
Yeah.
So we get that first and then we can sell it below retail before anyone else does. So we were really pushing for that shit. Like we had fucking Adidas Parley Ultra Boost for like $150.
Yeah,
Wow,
that
that's
was a
sick.
great
Like
deal.
tax in.
Yeah, that was a great deal.
Like that's a $300 shoe tax
Yeah.
out, right?
And it shows also the success over the years, because I remember the first few warehouse sales that you got.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot, right?
There was too much, but the variety was just like, why do we have these fucking SBs and all that stuff? It was a lot more focused this time.
So you guys
Yeah, the
know what you
target
guys are
market.
purchasing.
We
and
learn
stuff,
every
right?
time we do one of these things, right? And our buying power is kind of nuts right now. So like every time you watch one of our SneakerCon videos, just us spending like 20 racks and shit
Yeah.
like that. And that's exactly what it's like, man. It takes fucking. You have to spend a lot of money just to make
get
things.
money.
Yeah. But that's besides the point. It's just like, yeah, man. You pay the little bit extra, or sometimes quite a bit extra, depending on the fucking product that you're buying for. It is a premium kind of lifestyle that you're
Yeah.
that you're trying to cater to, and you do ask for a premium price. It's just that you pay. It's kind of like that example I always give is like, why do people go to fucking 7-Eleven to buy milk when it's cheaper at Safeway? It's just like
It's
the
convenient.
convenience, and you know that it's like it's real milk and shit like that, right? You don't have
Yeah.
to question the source.
Yeah, you don't have to go to like, hey, dude, can you legit check this milk? Fuck that. Like,
It's been rebranded with a new expiry date. I don't know, man.
Dude, if I'm the type of guy that's like, you know what, if it's there and I have the money, I don't need the hassle.
Yeah.
Like other people, like, hey, you should lease a car. Well, I buy a brand new. I don't worry about. It's probably the worst investment,
It is the worst. New cars are the worst investment.
but I don't have to worry about what happened in before.
Exactly.
Right? Who used it or what it was used for?
How many people's DNA's in the back seat? But with that being said, just to close it up, just one final question.
Damn, we closing already? We're having so much fun here.
We're doing 90 minutes.
Fair
now.
enough.
And it's getting late. Anyways, it's hot in here. So to close it up, I know this entire thing is about the Yeezy being released in mass numbers, and the resale on this last one basically is non-existent. So they can make like $20 if they're lucky. Basically, get their gas money back.
I saw you say good luck a couple of times.
They're asking for like $420, man.
I know.
And I was just like, and he was like, thanks. Like, I'm very low key in fucking trolling on people. I just
know.
said good luck.
You're the best troller ever, dude.
The best trolling is when they don't realize that they're being trolled. So like some people were posting for 400 plus, which I think is fucking $80 over what they should be charged.
Yeah.
Let's just say that there's no resale value on this thing at the moment. Who knows? 6 months down the line, they might jack up, kind of like the Cremos, the Cocagna. They're worth a couple bucks nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So at the moment, there is no resale value. Let's just say, hypothetically, do you think this particular shoe, the Yeezy 350 V2s, is now dead?
No.
The resale game is over.
Oh.
Are these a brick? I know that we've always had like, what is the actual definition of a resale brick? A brick. What's a brick?
If you have the right connections, you can sell it over retail. You just got to put a lot of effort
And patience.
and patience. Yeah. So it's not a break.
I can hold on to this one for a year and
the,
make a buck. Right?
the brand stands on its own because Kanye is
Because of
backing it.
Kanye, yeah.
in
He's
my
done some a
opinion.
lot of goofy shit the last 6 months, and he's still around. You know what I mean?
He's-
Like his staying power is.
Yeah, he's still a genius, dude. I think
Okay.
he's a weird
That's
genius,
subjective.
but he's yeah. Like,
I'll give it to you.
Like I don't condone his
Dude,
use
all
of
geniuses
slavery
are
and
weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. one thing is like Triple X. We never really touched about that. Like in Japan, I've heard about his death, and
Oh, that happened while you were in Japan?
Yeah.
That was sad. Even though I heard some really awful things that he's done.
yeah. See, I liked his music, but I never really hyped him up because I know that he's a bad person. But when,
Allegedly.
dude, there's
According
video.
to a lot of evidence.
There's video. But when you actually, because of his death, I listened to all his new album, his previous. He's
He's very talented.
I'm not gonna say genius, but he's there. Like his music is so eclectic. His new album, it's crazy. It's sad because it talks about like like misery and suicide. But dude, it spans punk rock, hip hop, country, Spanish music. Like, awesome. You guys should listen to it. It's dope.
I will actually listen
And
to
rip
it now.
Triple X, anyways. So
Rip. Anyways, like, so how about you, Jason? Do you think the V2's dead, or do you think they just need to restructure the way they release certain things?
Sure. I don't think it's dead. The same
They sold
comment-
out, man. That's what
same
I'm saying. Are they a
comment-
brick?
No, I don't think. I think it's a brick if it goes to discount and it stays in the
Okay.
stores and nobody
that's
wants
your
it,
definition of it, right? Yeah.
right? Like it just doesn't sell.
How about you, Kev? What do you think Adidas needs? First of all, it's a success. Let's just assume that this is a successful launch because it sold out.
Yeah.
Even in that quantity,
Yeah.
it sold out.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, if
Is
it's
it-
sold out, I mean, it's bottom line. Adidas gets paid, Kanye gets paid, and the people who wanted the sneakers get what they wanted. So in that way, it's a win.
Everyone wins.
Everybody
Yeah,
wins.
except for the
everybody
Yeah.
resellers.
Yeah, except for the resellers.
What's
yeah.
wrong with that?
Yeah.
No, I
And-
No,
just because I said it is not a bad thing
no, I'm
attached
not,
to it. I'm
like,
just
yeah,
like, so they get.
Remember when I say something
Right.
exciting, like I'm not trying to thing you. It's just what's wrong
Thing
with that?
It sounded like you're
No,
trying
thing
to thing me.
No. Like, dude, resellers sometimes ruin the game. Like, yes,
Like,
they
totally.
they hype it up and it's good because people it's sought after.
You know,
But isn't the utopia of shoes that anyone gets whatever they want? Like,
if you're not a reseller, yes.
there you go. Like, I feel the losers of this release or this strategy of the release are the resellers, are the people
Oh,
that
they can hold. And it's a long-term investment, like I said in another guy's post. I was like, I see a lot of social media posts, especially on Facebook. People are like, "LOL, these are bricks." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you really got to reassess what you really trying to say right now because they sold out, man.
do you troll those guys too? Then
No. Some people I can sense that there's no fucking discouraging them from thinking stupidly.
yeah.
So I just let them go on their merry way and be like, you know what? If you want to think that they're a brick, then go right ahead. But I challenge you to go into a store and buy a pair right now.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
If they're such bricks, why don't you just show me how you
And
can
I
get
have
an extra
remembered
pair?
you like forums or like conversations where it started like that. Oh, this is gonna be sitting on the shelves. Well, go ahead and go look.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Like until it actually happens, it's still not a brick.
But the other thing, though, is like if it is sold out, how many people have you actually seen wear them? I don't think I've seen a single person wear them.
You won't be seeing me wearing mine anytime soon.
So like, I don't know. Or if they're sold out and there's a lot of numbers, then where are they?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
In a vault?
If
Yeah,
I
in a
didn't
vault.
spend all my money in Supreme, I would have gotten those.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's just holding on to them.
Yeah,
'cause they're
maybe.
Like,
Because-
what can I do with
because,
these
dude,
now?
the
I'm not quite
guys-
sure.
the guys that got them now
Yeah.
are us back. Like we're like OGs. Like you're OG. We're OGs.
Kev's OG.
No, like in V2s, like in Yeezys in general.
I've been eating V2s. For
So there's like the 10%,
Years.
and then
3
the
years.
90, and then the people that are the general release. Like we're over that because we've gotten we've gotten so many pairs of V2s.
Speak for yourselves.
You've gotten stuff. Don't even. You've
I've
had
only
like,
had 3.
How many do you have left?
that's one more than the rest of the people. 2 more than the rest of the people out there.
Yeah, man. Let other people join the fun too.
Exactly.
If people can't tell how I've been talking tonight, then they should know that they can go right fucking ahead and help themselves.
You're just discouraging them so you get more V2s. You probably have like
No.
8, like the whole
At
colorway.
least
I
he
have
has as many
everything.
V2s as
take-
Joe.
I just sold all my Jordans just for all V2s because I just
Even
love
your
them so
Off-Whites?
much.
He's riding
Everything.
Virgil's dick like
Yo,
nuts lately.
Can I ask you guys a
No.
question? How was the Off-White North Carolina UNC release?
there
that
was no
correct?
release.
There wasn't. They
It's just
canceled
in
it.
store shit.
No, what about I saw like a live feed on Off-White that was like so many people there that they were raffling right there.
Okay, what happened was there were 100 general raffles
Where was this at? Oh, this
at
was at
Off-White.
Off-White.
Okay,
yeah.
so if you spend over well, with purchase,
Yeah.
you qualify to get a raffle.
An extra one though.
And then
Yeah.
I think there was 100 no purchase necessary raffles. That
First
you had
come,
to line
first
up
serve.
for.
Yeah.
wow.
So you had the first come, first serve, a raffle ticket.
So you had to go there just to get the ticket. Then you had to show up,
Wow.
go back for the live,
For a live
raffle,
raffle.
for that.
Wow.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
Is
a
that
lot of
bad?
work.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just
It
like
just
your
kinda
chances
sucks.
just suck, and your work to have that shitty chance is even shittier.
Yeah.
But people go there just for hope.
Remember?
And then if you bought something with the week leading up to it, then you got an extra raffle ticket, and then there was some other fucking criteria.
See,
It
I
was
would
just
rather
like,
have
ugh.
that though. Remember when I got choked at like a surprise release of the UNC?
So much better.
You're
Off
such a
white?
flip flopper.
No, I was choked at that. I was choked at that because like I was at work and I never got a chance to.
Well,
I
going
know
to
in the
this would
US
be
is
almost
better.
the same thing as being at work because you just don't have a fucking chance with that many people.
Yeah. And
But
they
if I line
showing
up
up.
early, I can be one of the 100.
Do you have that kind of time to fucking waste?
I can make time
Whoa.
to waste.
Want those?
Right?
in
If
the
I really
US it's
wanted
better.
it, I
So
could,
would you spend like a day? Let's just say like the fucking general no purchase necessary tickets were available on a Wednesday. People
Okay.
started lining up Tuesday afternoon. Would you spend that time for
that
a
means
chance?
so that means my competition would be people with no work
Yes.
and not high school kids because not
You-
students, not
Get your
students.
si- yes, students.
No,
They'd be telling
Like,
their parents,
easy-
"Oh, I'm staying over at Stevie's
It's
house." and
easier for
Stevie's
these
staying over
kids
my
to
house."
get out of school than it is for you to get out of work.
on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, dude, you can't assume that these kids are all staying in school
But it's
and
gonna
not.
be, but it's gonna be less.
Not with the amount
but
of
it's
money
gonna
that
be,
you can make off of it.
It's gonna be less.
It'll be over 100, and they have 100 tickets.
I prefer that method better than a surprise
man.
release.
All right, man.
Like-
Would you? What are your chances if they did that? And people started lining up 24 hours ahead. What are your chances of getting one of these tickets for a 1 in 40 chance
If
in
you-
winning a pair in your size?
Yo, dude, if you're gonna line up 24 hours for a chance,
Yeah. Go on.
that's weird.
Dude, it's weird, but it's happening. Are you one of these people?
Are you weird?
Are you one of these people?
I can go like 4 hours.
Shh, shh, shh.
Sorry,
Are you one of these people
that what?
that would line up 24 hours ahead, and that will only be
Because that's
the
your
only-
competition.
Yeah. Would you do that?
There's people like that.
Yes.
That's what people.
There's
were
not
doing.
100. There's not 100. There's probably like 20. I would say.
I would say there would be. It would exponentially as it gets closer, more and more people.
takes-
But you'd
if
be
people-
done.
yeah.
You'd be done like 12 hours.
I would make
beforehand.
it. I would make it.
It'd be
so
over
I'm-
100 before
I would
that.
make it so I'm probably on the 2/3 tier.
How would you even
How
know?
would you know?
You'd have to go down there and figure it out.
He's like, I'm gonna stay right here,
Straight
so I'm
ma-
not officially in the line. I'm gonna wait in the car.
It's
as soon
math,
as the
boys.
lineup is 2/3, I'm running out of the car.
It's
Math.
sneaker math. It's sneaker math, boys.
Sneaker math.
sets up-
Economics over here.
I learned a little thing or two in Japan, dude. They do math there like
Economics.
crazy.
I'm just saying, like, for you to get that chance to maybe win a pair,
Impossible.
Yeah.
you don't have the time to compete with some of these other cool people that line up for this chance. They think it's worth their time for this chance. They're like the 900th person that lined up for the Off-Whites in Montreal yesterday or 2 days ago.
I just feel it's a better chance for me, and I like it better
Ugh.
than a surprise release. No joke. I
You're
don't
in
know.
control.
Yes, maybe that's. Thank you.
No, you're not in control. You have the sense of control.
But still, like when you gamble, it's still a sense of control than just like a lottery ticket,
Yeah. True.
Lottery
like a
tickets are
scratch.
gambling.
No, sorry, a scratch and win ticket.
Okay.
I know a scratch and win ticket is different because. Okay.
So it's like being
Wait a
stuck
minute.
in traffic, but you're like, I'm gonna go take a different route, even if it takes longer. At least I'm moving.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank
You're like,
you.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I like that's the thing. It's maybe just like it's like a human nature of myself that I like, but I don't like knowing that like holy fuck my feed's blowing up because people lucked out on a 8 o'clock release on UNC Off-Whites.
Sure.
Whatever.
You rather take a chance to luck out in a live raffle. Look, come on, man. So semantical. But whatever the case, these
Whatever.
V2s, I still love this shoe. The Sesame's
So
coming up. I still
here's-
want this thing. Go ahead.
To add to this,
Enough already.
think of the time that you're spending there.
Yeah.
Think of what your hourly wage is, and now add that to the top of whatever you'd be paying for the shoe. Does that work? You might as well almost pay resale for the amount of time.
Now for the UNCs.
Depends on what your I don't know what you get paid an hour, but anyway, that,
Yeah.
like if you work that out,
I
and
don't-
you think if you had to spend 24 hours there,
Yeah. I
Times
Maybe Peter
whatever.
gets paid $3 an hour.
Dude,
You
I
don't know.
wouldn't- I wouldn't be spending a day for a chance. I wouldn't be.
Yeah, but you got to go and line up to get your 100, and then you have to go back for the live raffle again.
All
so
I'm
you
saying
got time
is-
to spend.
What the live raffle? Yo, the live raffle is not a lineup. You go there.
Yeah,
and you,
but it's not going to be like this instantaneous thing. You got to be there till the end. It probably takes like at least an hour or two to go through all
I
that
would do a
stuff, if not
5-hour.
longer.
I would do a 5-hour. Like that's my limit.
You've
5
already
But how do you
hours.
know?
You've
How do you know?
already
Yeah.
lost.
How would you even
hours?
gauge? You're like, I'll do 5 hours.
I
You
don't
go
think-
there and you're like, it's already 200.
I don't
deep.
think anyone would line up more than 5 hours for a chance.
Yeah, they would.
Right?
Dude, 5 hours is nothing. How long did you guys sit for an Air Max 1?
8 hours? No,
No, it was 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Yeah.
You went there at what, 6 in the morning?
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah.
And they
Open
opened
at
up
11.
Yeah.
So 5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Right?
that was for an Air Max 1. This is for an Off-White Jordan 1 that goes
We were first
fucking
in
well
line,
beyond.
though. Oh, almost.
No,
first in
right?
did you guys? You didn't? Did you try raffling for that and stuff? Or?
No, didn't even bother.
Okay.
You just bought
Like,
stock
it was
X
just-
like a champ.
Yeah.
Well, you have the Grail already, so you don't need those. Those are garbage.
How many off whites do you have now?
Just one.
No, that's all you need, really.
Yeah. The one that you have is
One.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That's a good shoe.
Shit.
Yeah.
I would like to have couple others that I want.
Would you
but I
get?
just
Would you let
won't
Virgil
happen.
sign on it?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't. I can sign it. So I think that's enough about this.
Sorry, dude.
I absolutely still
There's
like the
so
shoe
much-
and like the
yeah.
sesame. Still, it's been fucking like a month, man. There's lots to talk about.
I know.
And we have a special guest and everything.
Plus, I miss you guys, and there's a lot of shit to
been a
talk about.
while.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
been
man.
a
Just
while.
make sure you bring our presents next time.
Damn right, I will.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you guys.
So, are we going for the sesames? Or are we going for utility blacks? What are we
Utility Blacks already raffled for it.
doing? Oh, good for you.
5 hours. I'm kidding.
For a chance.
Don't worry, they'll just be on the shelves.
Is there gonna be a lot of them? I'm glad if it's gonna be on the show.
500?
Just throwing it
That's
out
gonna
there.
be enough for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyways, anything else you guys want to add before we sign off? No.
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
No.
So for this, first of all, thanks everyone. I'm so sorry that
We
we
miss
missed
you
a whole
guys.
month, man.
We miss
It's just
you.
shit happens, man.
Yeah.
And if you could please, subscribe YouTube.
Please.
Not YouTube. Subscribe on Google Play or Google Music, on iTunes or whatever else.
Are
you
we on
wanna-
Spotify yet?
I don't want to be on Spotify.
Drake's on Spotify. We gotta be there.
I'll sign up for Tidal.
All right. Oh, boo.
Oh. Anyways, yeah, man. Thanks everyone for your patience and everything, and welcome back to all our listeners. Hopefully,
Yes.
we still got some of you guys left.
They
And,
won't leave. We got
and
them.
also, quick shout out to VSG, VSC, Hype City. That was lit.
Mhm.
That happened like almost a month ago, and also Soul Exchange Canada, man, invited us back again, and
Yeah, how's that?
It was awesome, man.
Was it?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. We Staver spent like 15 grand there. You can check out our video coverage actually
Yeah.
on YouTube. Just check Sneakerphiles, Sneakerphiles, and you can check out what happened there and what we spent that fucking 15 grand on, man.
Dude, that's what I was actually. I was watching YouTube videos of the sneaker files in the hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
for
you
your
can
support.
mirror your
on the Apple TV
on the
or
TV.
whatever it is.
Yeah, so
Alright.
that's because I couldn't understand anything that they were saying on there. So
That sounds racist. Anyways,
No, it's not.
for the Sneakerphiles podcast, this is Eugene.
this is Pierre.
Jason.
Kev Zoll.
Happy hunting, guys.